Yeah, first player.
Hello everyone and welcome to session 31, you fucking degenerates!
What?
So we have
Shut
new
the
players
fuck
for Dark Ages.
up! Demi's muted because he can't behave apparently during the intro. So, this is long overdue. Let's tally this up. Invited the Navy to play, had a spat with the Inquisitor, rallied an army of Inquisitors against the Inquisitor, and fired on a mechanical vessel. That's a lot of things. So, Navy, spat with Inquisitor, that's relatively small subtlety loss. Easily coverable up. Essentially declaring war on him and on the Mechanicum, that's a big boy move. You're still muted, shut the fuck up. So, I think 1d10 each subtlety loss for a major navy action and a spat with an Inquisitor is a good start, because he sends some astropathic messages off during that. And then how much do you think going to war with another Inquisitor and going to war with the Mechanicum are worth in subtlety loss?
$5d10. At least.
I think 3d10 each is appropriate here.
So we're each rolling 3d10?
Oh, fuck no. This is rolled secretly. But I'm letting you know that I'm rolling 8d10 loss of subtlety. You may try and cover this up and reduce it to a minimum of 8.
I mean, it's possible, guys.
Yeah, it is.
All we have to do is just spend some more of Arminius' influence.
Exactly.
The problem is, spending that influence kind of requires, being somewhere where you can spend the influence.
Fair.
You can't exactly bribe with the stars.
Yeah, I'm not gonna track every single week, because at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's more a luck case, whether you run into another Inquisitor or the Navy. Okay, I'm gonna need to use a calculator to calculate these losses. Okay, would you like to try and figure out how bad it is on your way to the meeting with the Harlocks?
It's clearly big boy bad.
Yeah, but we still need to, see. Before we spend something like 20d5.
Something in the 40s, I'm sure.
Okay, so considering that you're working long distance, we're gonna call this an extended project that you can undertake. Discover how bad the influence situation or the subtlety situation is and try and unfucking it somewhat. So, here, bureaucracy, judgment, any kind of politics, deception, that kind of thing, all of those are valuable. Also, any roles that pertain to the lore of Mechanicum, how they do things, or the Inquisition will be useful. Kindly reset Arminius' fate points to full. You might need them.
Yeah, I think his total is 8. 6 threshold plus 2.
I do believe you have 2 lucky items that boost him.
Yep.
Mhm.
Specifically on the ship, I think.
This being has no name informs you that they fucked, which means that I believe that both that you are fucked up and that you are fucked as a result.
Well, anyways, I can use Jess, and Jess has bureaucracy.
Marius is deceived.
The other Marius will also help.
With
For
what?
bureaucracy, heraldry, linguist, etc.
Keep in
Elka
mind,
can help with deceive.
you are trying to double up both bureaucracy and deceive. Second rolls will be less effective.
In that case, if
okay.
you have bureaucracy, I can do judgment. You can do bureaucracy.
Okay,
Alright.
so just doubling up on
And
deceive.
Elka can use her actual knowledge of Mechanicus stuff.
Yeah, I could. I
assume.
was gonna say I could roll Adeptus Mechanicus.
Okay, excellent. Then we have a consensus. You may.
Can Mordecai help with the Adeptus Mechanicus as well?
You don't want to double
Actually,
up.
no. Elka can do deceive if
I
you
mean,
want
like,
to do
even
that.
plus
with them.
10, effectively.
Well,
Or-
deceive and Adeptus Mechanicus in this case is exactly the same for me. The same percentage.
I mean, Mordecai
Yeah,
has
so
a
you do
target
the
number
deceive
of,
then.
like, Mordecai has target number of 70 for this for his Adeptus Mechanicum.
Go with him for Adeptus Mechanicus. I'll roll deceive them.
I think I might limit you to 2 projects on this downtime just because the mission was super short and it's a relatively short trip to where you're going. So, if you want to have a character that you won't want for whatever other project you might wish to undertake, yes, you can deploy them for plus 10 on this one. I'll allow it. So who wants to go first? I think bureaucracy is a good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll that with Jason. Actually, no, you're bureaucracy. I'm judgment.
Yes,
Sorry.
I'm going
Shane.
to roll it.
Given that you're working through Astropath, and that the situation is fucked, we'll set the base for these rolls at minus 10.
Alright.
Before you just rolled that, does librarian help in any way?
Yeah, I'll allow it. You can take plus 10 for that. For bureaucracy specifically, because legal precedents would be there. And how to file a motion for postponement.
No.
Okay, who's up next?
I'll roll
Let's do
judgment then.
Judgment.
So I got 1 tick in that. Got various cybernetics, scribe hands, calculus, logic, background, cerebral implant. Since this is judgment, would librarian apply here or not?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You did pay for that module, so you may enjoy it for all the good it will do once you're
And,
spaced out.
Minus 10 because of astropaths, right?
Yes. GPU minus 20, disgusting. Okay.
I like how we're essentially just rolling for a lawyer. Got bureaucracy, judgment, fucking deceive, and like lore behind it.
Well, we're the lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
You can roll Adeptus Mechanicus now.
Oh, Jekyll is rolling the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah.
Higher.
Alrighty.
So minus 10 base.
Yes, indeed.
I assume the librarian does not help.
Not enough, probably, in this case. You need to know how they
you're giving-
think.
Yeah, okay. Plus 10. So was anyone giving me another plus 10?
No.
Okay, I think that's no. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of degrees, considering natural.
Jekyll, by the way, it's weird. It's like the blank whenever you're out and around. He's always around. ready with a finger on his limiter, ready to turn it off. Almost as if someone on the ship doesn't trust you anymore.
And now it's deceive. Would anyone like to help?
I used my deceive guy.
I don't think anyone has anyone actually capable of helping.
That.
Wait, I would have had a better bonus maybe. Or better.
I mean, yeah, but you have way better fucking what's his face.
You had to choose one of the roles.
Oh,
you chose
yeah,
the
we
one
can
you're
really
better
choose
at.
one of our characters. Okay.
Yes, and you're better. You're way better at Adeptus Mechanicus.
So how many degrees is that for each character?
Let's count it out. So Scholastic Bureaucracy, that's 5 successes. Me is 8
Write
successes.
it in the project. It might matter later if someone tries to
I
attack your
already
face.
am. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, did you write these two then?
Yes.
Jack Lure should be 1 to 6 is 5, 6 degrees. And Booze is 5 degrees of failure.
Okay.
Isn't that 7 degrees because unnatural intelligence?
Oh shit, I forgot about your natural intelligence. Yeah, then add 1 more.
Okay.
So
So the deception is like, even if you can prove that we did actually fire on the Mechanicus vessel, you have no proof they were not heretics at the time, and that we intended to actually kill them. Besides, they deserved it. That's the level of deception 5 degrees of failure is.
Ain't too bad.
So
ain't
we're
too
at
bad.
15 degrees of success.
15 degrees of success, is that taking failures into account and subtracting?
That's with Elka being at -5. Yes.
Okay. Alright, so right now you're covering at somewhere between 15 and 25 subtlety.
That's pretty low. That's not
The sector governor would like a word, is where you're at right now.
So, I guess it's a good time where I throw money at the guy's face until he shuts up.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know,
So-
accuse him of being a heretic.
So I'm not sure, for the contact next word, is that when we arrive at a place, or can we use that now?
You can use that now. We're going to assume that it's happening throughout. When you're with the Navy, that you're essentially setting things in motion and they're happening elsewhere.
So this is a question for you guys. How much of Arvinus's influence are we spending?
Again, keep in mind this will be rolled secretly, so you won't know necessarily exactly how successful this is.
10.
Wait,
Enough
I
to buy a
used to-
starship.
I used to roll the fucking contact network stuff.
Then we can do that way. I thought we used to do it secretly, but fine. Actually, yeah, we might have done it openly. Look at Demi, he's
Yeah, we
graduating
did
to
it openly, we
backseat
just didn't know how
DMing.
much we were actually.
He's really becoming an ST.
Hey,
Almost like a real boy.
Who wrote that? Hyper evolving as an ST.
You are starting to sound like Epic in the backseat, like, well, actually.
Fuck you. Otherwise, we get 7 chaos spawns sent on us for nothing.
Hey, I let Jackalor roll how many it was spawning each time.
That doesn't solve the issue.
Okay, next time it will be 1d5 plus 1 on each wave.
So, I think we should go either 10 or 15 influence, honestly.
I call 15.
Alright, 15 it is then.
Keep in
Okay,
mind that
Jack-
acts of treachery against the Imperium can drastically reduce your influence as this goes on.
Well, yes, that's why the less people know about our treachery, the harder it's gonna be. Jack, are you okay with that?
20 influence?
15.
It's a 20, honestly.
That's 3, 15, 120. Anybody change their mind?
15.
Okay then. Somebody do the math on Arminius, please. Dorime.
I think
44.
you're in the double digits at this point on Arminius' influence. Once you change it.
Yeah, yep. I mean, 15 influences is not a small amount.
Yeah, this is
103 minus 15.
It's 88.
That's not a good number to be. Ooh.
some of
Yeah.
that blackmail was 50 years old. And now they know that you know and will cover their tracks.
But 44 increase, we're still not, super subtle, but it's a big change than what we had. It's that being low.
You can negate all but 8 of the current subtlety laws due to how this went. So there is a floor.
Gotcha. So we basically gained 36 in subtlety.
As in, there's a lower cap. I rolled 8 dice, so the lowest you can go to is like a 1 on each die.
Oh, okay.
That's the way I'm ruling it. So you are unfucking things in terms of negating part of the problem. You can't erase it entirely or make it better just by throwing money at it. You'll still go down, just very little compared to what it could have been. So you have astropathic communiques. From several important people, the Lord Admiral of Battlefleet Calixus informs you that the Navy will, as of this moment, be not interested in obeying your commands until they have escorted your ship to Scintilla. The sector governor informs you that he would like a word about the ongoing threats to the sector and what you're doing to combat them. In particular, what is so fucking important that you have undertaken such drastic steps? And the Lord Inquisitor of the local conclave wants you to report in on your mission and essentially come in for debriefing about your recent activities and efforts. Due to the potential for Inquisitors to undermine each other's efforts and, seriously, what the fuck, essentially, is the, what is said in polite tone. Individually, these could be ignored. Taken together, it suggests that the great and mighty of the sector are,
distressed.
Approaching the point where they might feel compelled to act against you if this goes on much longer without you reporting in or if you cause more trouble.
So, what do we do, guys? Harlocks or trial time?
We're already en route to
Yeah.
the Harlocks. Let's talk with the Harlocks and go to trial time. And
we should have enough
talking
time, yeah.
with the governor.
Okay.
God, I love a fast traveling ship.
So, someone needs to make me rolls for yeeting into the warp.
Demi.
You sure? What's the target? Is it crew rating?
I mean, you have pilot void ship, right?
You rolled
this is
for
the
actually
navigator.
going through the gate. This is for the navigator himself.
Ah, this one. Okay, then. Whatever. Whoever then.
Yes, it's a crew rating. First to see the light, and then to travel to a system to which you don't have a route, with a base difficulty of -10 on Navigate Warp.
Do we have any bonuses on the light or no? I don't remember.
You get +10 if you can see the light, but you need to see it first.
Yeah, so flat.
Yeah, we have bonus to seeing it in the first place.
I know we got.
Does the fact that we're right next to a warp beacon help or hinder that?
Yeah, we went through that problem to go for that. I'm not sure if it's speed or
that
security.
is actually a good point. If you wish to order the navigator to use this beacon instead of the Astronomicon, you can certainly try.
I don't like that smile, but I think we should do it.
Let's not.
Let's.
And all of us?
Fuck
What the
it,
fuck?
why
You're all
not?
insane! You're all insane!
Yes or no, Adolphus?
Fuck it, why not?
Okay.
What the fuck? Because everything could go wrong!
Okay. So what's the bonus for the light?
So
On your
the
head,
light would be normally +10 and you would have to roll for it, but given that you're using this beacon and it's right fucking there, I'll give you an additional +10 on this.
So crew rating +10 to find the light.
No, you can lock onto it automatically. It's right there. You look out the window and it's there for the navigator.
So now it's going to be to the navigate through the warp thing, actually.
Yep.
Okay, then we have other bonuses. Runecaster gives, +20? +20.
Yes, calculate it out, Kitty wants to leave the room.
Warp Spin Hull gives +10, so that's +30. Shit, we got anything else?
The fact that we're going to the deep warp for like a second, yes. I'd assume there's a negative to that.
Well, we'll find that out. But I think it's we only got a +30 from Runecaster and the Warp Spin Hull.
+10 because we find light.
Okay,
Oh,
they seem
technically,
busy, boo. Well, they are. Do me a favor and just real quick, roll me a D100.
There you go.
Higher is worse. Okay,
You know, he said higher is worse, boo.
so you spend a couple of days en route, and the navigator tells you that it's strange traveling through this gate. It's almost as if it's a harder time for the ship to travel through the warp, as if you're moving slower. And you exit into a system with a star more powerful than you expected, based on the coordinates you
Oh no.
received. You were supposed to be in orbit around a red dwarf. This is a stronger star, stronger than Earth's sun even would be. And
Slightly blue. Got it.
that is where things get interesting. Anyone who has navigation stellar or navigation warp, and you can roll for the navigator, can try and figure out what the fuck just happened.
I can roll for Stellar. I got one down
Same.
with that.
Same.
What's her bonus? Can we help each other?
Good question.
Yes, for +10. This is to see how quickly the crew
Yeah.
figures out what the fuck.
Okay.
What's her bonus?
Uh,
What's her total? I mean,
38.
mine's 44. If
I
it's
get a
intelligent.
+10. Yeah, intelligence, yeah. Get a +10. Wow.
I don't know if we should reroll that. That's a 50-50 chance.
Reroll it. Reroll it now.
You guys?
If you don't re-roll, Jackal wins.
We reroll it. Put the fate point down, baby.
Actually, no. No, Marcus would have helped with this as well, so additional +10.
Wait, you have Stellar?
Yeah, I was checking my characters.
Okay. Okay, see, this is now where we reroll, right?
You
Yes.
could just keep it.
How about no? Yes.
A degree of success.
Okay. It takes you a good 26, 30 hours to figure out what happened. And based on the star charts, it seems like you are very close to where you should be. Maybe a day and a half of warp travel off. But finally the navigator figures it out based on what you observed before. He figures out why it seemed like the ship was moving slower than it should. As the beacon was growing dimmer in the rearview mirror, it was also getting brighter at the starting point.
That's
Did we
not
go in-
good.
Are we going back into time?
Ending point? Not starting point.
At the station, You know,
Oh,
like
no.
it does on certain moments when you need to be present to hack the main computer and fucking something.
No, so the cat fucked us.
This is why we don't mess with the fucking shit that's completely crazy. Oh
The
wait,
cat
we did that.
already told you that
Twice.
he can't fuck the computer and that he's locked out of the system due to archaeotech wards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these things happen. We're not far off course. Let's go, guys.
Well, another system got yeeted. Oh well.
Yeah, that's what the 87 was for. This one was a major hive.
Oh, no.
So, about 20 billion of the Emperor's loyal citizens are now ripping each other apart in a frenzy of blood, violence, and madness.
Well, technically we knew this. Technically we didn't.
Technically we knew this, and technically you are fucking idiots. All of you.
Well, see, you said technically, so we're not.
Ah.
Can't put you on trial if the sector is dead.
Exactly. Hey, there's no one to sue us if there is no one to sue us.
That literally defeats the purpose of our entire mission.
I mean, according to Inquisition, yes. That's a gross dereliction of duty right there. If they figure it out.
Nah, they got other things to worry about.
So, actually, I will give you a choice. It's not going to be Scintilla because it's not a crit fail. Let's pick out some worlds that are important enough. Arcanthus is a major exporter of combat drugs. We have Malphi.
No.
And we have the Lathe worlds that seem suitably high profile.
Nah, just
It has
eat
to be
until I'm
Malphite.
like,
All get destroyed?
One of them
It
will.
has to be Malphi.
Can you think of any other targets? Because we're gonna roll randomly between the ones that qualify.
Scintilla.
No, not some.
It's not a crit fail.
Doesn't matter to me.
So which ones are the Lathe World
That's
ones?
because we're completely insane!
Late worlds are the main Mechanicus forge worlds in this area.
Ah.
Also, the guys that maintain the fleets, which are badly needed to fight wars elsewhere. Ward of Eldari pirates, orcs,
Did we-
and other bads.
Did we piss off the Stygies or Lathe Worlds?
Late worlds.
Okay, I think we know.
So you want to
Yeah.
roll a 1d3. You don't get to
I'll do it.
pick.
I'll do it.
Is this
Yeah.
Luganum anything worth looking at?
I think it's a secondary hive.
Ooh, what's 3?
Well, he rolled before I could say, so we're gonna redo that. But
What?
it's
No,
gonna
that's
be
not.
Malphi, Ircantus, and Lates in that order. But
Oh,
it would have been great if you had waited, Boo.
that's gonna
Go
be
ahead,
Malphite.
Boo.
Suck my dick. The
So-
dice said no.
The dice said, "What ship? It just got yeeted."
Oh, the ship is out there along with the vessels that were away from the late worlds. I think they're gonna, if they ever figure this out, form a vengeance pact among themselves, not with demons, and come
Well,
after you.
Oh,
Well,
What if we do this? We blame the fact that we were forced to leave the system as the reason why it happened, and
There were 7 Navy ships in the system, and they knew perfectly well that the system was under your control and you weren't under direct threat.
they hindered our
No, we
research.
had a direct reason to come over because they demanded that we come over.
You know, Inquisitors like Arvinius are expected to have sound judgment and, if need be, sacrifice themselves to the fires of the Inquisition for the good of the Imperium as well. So, no, Jackalor. That won't fly as defense against the Inquisition.
I'm surprised
know.
we had the oversight
It's
of not
not
leaving
possible.
someone to fucking, constantly tell it to shut the fuck up and not go to full power.
See, that's the thing. You need to skillfully hack the system through various backdoors and misdirecting power as it powers up, because it's You need to effectively enact a series of clever overrides and take advantage of whatever situation is present. If it wasn't damaged as it is, you probably couldn't do that in the first place. And that requires someone skilled being present, which is usually gonna be an acolyte of the Mechanicus Persuasion with full authority to fuck with the system. So, congratulations. That was a pretty damn close to a crippling blow to the sector right there. Considering the importance of the main forge worlds of the area getting yeeted.
Hey, it happened. It would have happened with or without us anyways. One day.
If you had left the team on the station instead of just leaving the cat to keep others out, you greedy fucks.
Yeah, we easily could have. It could have been long-term mission.
Of course, Arminius has grander ambitions, and a few worlds need to be sacrificed for the good of all.
Yeah.
Hyperdensity penetrator rounds are going up in price, however, as we speak, because no more are being made.
Hey, at least we
I'm
learned
sure
our
they
lesson.
can reclaim all of that equipment once they stop being insane and dead.
Let me just X out the late worlds.
Wait, all the late worlds were yeeted?
They are in the same system.
it's
The
a
dark sun
system.
shines on that, on those worlds now, Jackalor.
All three are in a system, and it eats an entire
Yep.
system.
They're all fucking dead.
This is gonna get out. The other Inquisitor is spreading his influence as well, and I think he knows enough to know that this is on you. Now, given that you have succeeded with that, would you like to proceed on to the meeting with the Harlocks? This system has a fuck ton of dust clouds, a single planet in the outer reaches, and 3 asteroid belts.
Meeting time.
The one you're currently in is shitty. Proceed to the meeting? Fuck it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. You proceed to the meeting. And exit the warp with no problems, without the need of additional rolls, and are greeted by another smaller dust cloud. As your sensors gathered info, there are asteroid belts here as well. 4 of them. In the inner system, there is a planet which has 3 smaller moons and 1 moon of more significant size. And in the outer system, it has a single small planet. Harlocks, if they are here, are running silent.
Throw a ping out, I suppose?
Would you like to start actively scanning? I will let you make an awareness roll with your detection.
Isn't scrutiny usually?
For basic detection before you start actively pinging, because you can't cover the entire system with radar, even advanced space radar.
Gotcha.
That's right, eat up Jackalor. It's the last
So, I mean-
yogurt that's ever coming off of that Forge world. Remember home, it's gone.
Yeah. I think Arminius still has.
It doesn't matter. They were all heretics anyway.
He says, sporting his witch mark and exercising his new psychic powers!
I do think Arminius still has the highest awareness roll, I think, from us.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Adolphus, you go for a roll this time.
Okay, what am I rolling again?
Arminius is awareness, and then add the detection rating. which is plus 28.
18? Ah, plus 20. Okay.
Nice. That should be 6 degrees success.
Ah, yes, the planetoid, deeper in the system. It seems like there's some activity around it. The final moon that's actually of a proper size seems to have some faint radio signals emanating from it.
Where'd we go, guys?
Alright. Let's head into
Wherever
this
it's
trap.
Those are not Imperial signals.
Oh.
Yep, let's head into this trap.
Brum, brum.
Okay, so given your void shields, you're gonna be visible as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. As you start heading into the system, a couple of hours later, from the direction of the planetoid in the outer reaches, you're gonna get a vox ping on Imperial frequency that is effectively just a empty transponder code like, hey, civilian vessel named blank, what, blah 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 blah, but an Imperial signal. Just
Only
a quick...
one?
Only one, and only for like 5 minutes to make sure that you receive it.
This is literally a drug scam. It's like, yo, hey kid.
No,
So-
no, it's a total
Behind
trap.
that moon! You wanna buy some weed?
The moon is made out of drugs.
We're totally walking into a
It's usually
trap, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. There's no way to be subtle about this. So I think the best thing is to just respond to ping back and ask for, well, the people we're looking for.
Yo, you the Harlock.
Okay,
Or did I get?
so that's
Yeah.
what you wish to send?
No.
Hey, I'm down for it.
I mean,
Ask them to
actually, yeah, fuck
identify
it, why not?
themselves.
Nah,
I mean-
just be like, yo, you the Harlocks.
Or did we stumble upon the wrong system?
When they respond back, you say, you talking to me?
Sorry, wrong
Do we
number.
have-
Arch
Do we
Mechanicus
have
drops
any
the
idea?
Imperial mantle behind you at the Mandeville point. Surprise,
any
bitch!
Do we have any idea what the Xeno signals were from? Like,
Does
Would we
anyone
have a
have
clue whether or not
Xenoslors
it's
in
Eldar or what?
excess?
Xenoslors?
Yes, actually.
Same.
I
I
have.
have-
Warned Craftworld Eldar, Dark Eldar, Necron, Tau Crute.
I can speak Eldar.
I know Craftworld Eldar.
Yes,
I can
it's
speak
not
Eldar.
Eldar.
Okay.
it's not Eldar for once? Amazing.
Orcs.
Wait a second. Question. I got criminal cartels and stuff. Actually, no, I don't have pirates. Fuck. Maybe it was a pirate frequency. Self-made.
Ah, yes. Well, that is unfortunate. Pirates would have been a lore that would at least touch upon this. Does anyone have Rogue Trader?
I do.
I do.
You can roll those at -20 and help each other.
What you got?
I mean, it's intelligence, my dude, so 38 again.
Mine's 46. Do you guys cybernetics?
My dude, he's 18.
Get some cybernetics in that lad. He
Yeah,
needs to have-
Listen, Mechanicus boys are taking their 5th implant by that point. What is wrong with you?
I get a plus 20 from cybernetics.
A real rogue trade that has a list of cybernetics as long as his equipment.
So Boo, you assistant then?
Yes, I am. That's
Okay.
plus
Rogue
30, so just a flat plus 10.
Any negative modifiers, Chris?
Mine is 20, he said.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying, it's just a plus 10. I
Reroll
want to
it.
spend the faith point on that, yeah.
Sure.
Definitely.
I think it's. I feel like we crit fail in this next one, guys.
I feel like we could succeed. Bitch, what I tell you? What
Okay.
did I fucking tell you?
Bruh.
This is a
Call
savage Xenos race that people who travel the Coronis Expanse and other wild areas have learned to fire on first.
Is
They
it orcs?
are covered with various implants and modifications. They wear explosive devices that destroy them when they get out of line for their superiors.
Oh.
They are a notorious race of pirates who like to board enemy ships. And, well, they're not a pleasant lot. They kind of look like xenomorphs from the new XCOMs. You know, the four-legged beasties?
Yeah, Jesus.
They are the
Chrysalids?
ragdoll.
Chrysalids. Yeah.
They are the what?
The ragdoll.
Yeah.
Oh, those fuckers. Hey, we got...
Instantly said, when instantly started the tirade, yeah, I knew it was Ragdoll.
Wait a sec. This is either a trap, or
It's totally a trap.
the Harlocks are working with them, which makes actually a lot of sense.
They're
Well,
kind
yeah,
of hard
we're
to
not
trade
working
with. They have a tendency to shoot first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
it's totally a trap.
Like,
That or the Harlocks want us to exterminate them for their convenience. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're doing
like
it.
they were working with the or in the same system as the slugs and the Eldari in Limaxus, but that was potentially because they were afraid enough of the Eldari to stay in line. The Imperium usually doesn't bother establishing that kind of street cred with them. They just kill them when they get a chance instead of sending a message.
Mm-hmm.
The killing is the message.
We can still ping, ask, and if they say no, sorry, wrong system, and just go out.
Go out, you think they'll let us go?
They can try.
What?
Let us go, you mean? I'm sure they'll want to try that, yes.
Completely, yeah.
Turns out a fleet-based Astartes chapter is hiding in the system after going renegade.
Ah.
Ohio.
I don't think we should ping them.
But Black Templars battle budge the cloaks. This says you're a heretic! So, approach the planet, approach the colony, ping either one, fuck off.
What did the Harlocks tell us for information? Just that we're supposed to go to the system?
You were pressing them hard for, let's be friends and work together. We'll cover your asses, you just need to give us info. And before departing through the wargate, they were, you know what, sure, if you were actually honest about what you're saying, here's coordinates in the, Archaeotech system of measurement. Go to this system. Maybe we can work something out.
We want these Ragdoll dead. There's no way about it.
So what do we do then?
We kill them.
Yes!
Perfect.
We shoot on sight.
Yar har heedily.
Please
Yeah,
remember
the
that your
pirate is
ship
already
is, I
complete.
believe, already damaged.
Oh shit, we're almost dead, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we took
Well,
a picture.
we didn't manage to repair at all, I assume.
We have 20
I
hunters.
mean, you could have sent people out during the warp transit in void suits.
That sounds like a great idea.
So, here's the thing. We're badasses. But 20 out of 70 hull integrity? There's a limit. We're not John Wick ship, you know?
You also had a signal from the planet after they, after you had gone long enough towards the colony for them to see, wait, they're going there. Fuck.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Try and contact Harlocks. Be like, oh,
We don't even know if they're here.
True.
Come towards the planet. Haha, you fell into my trap card. Eat this minefield. Well, decide. This was always a risky endeavor.
I mean, I do think we can outgun them, to be honest.
I say we should still ping just in case. They know we're here anyways. So there's either technically a diplomatic way, or we go blasting.
Yeah, but maybe they don't know that we know that they're here.
They sent out a ping on the Imperial frequency, but they have other pings.
They are
I mean-
in a couple of raiders as far as you know, unless they have more ships to the dynasty,
They think
so they can
that
be stealthy.
they've set up a trap for us. They think that we'll fall for this. So just use it to our advantage and kill them all.
Hiding behind the planet, lances primed and ready. Just a little closer, bitch. It's payback time.
Just give me an excuse.
They don't need an excuse. You shot on them.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. What y'all want?
Let's just leave.
To be honest, yeah, let's ping them.
Adolphus? Kill, leave, ping. Okay. I don't want to be a tiebreaker, so
Don't roll for it, just decide, you bitch.
You're a
First-
fucking.
Everyone has made crucial
Okay.
decisions based on fuck it, let's just start blasting. So it's
Fine.
your turn.
I agree with every point. So this is how we're gonna do it: ping, kill, and then leave. So let's go with ping first.
Okay. What do you transmit?
Not it.
Not it.
Sure.
How about I do it?
Jack Lore volunteers first. So which character are you using for this, Mr. Heretic?
I'm having Marius do it.
Well, as long as you just make sure to make them think that we don't know that they're not Imperial at all.
Well, I'm gonna tell them. Well, we're here looking for the rogue trader house Harlock. Do you have any idea where they are?
They're gonna transmit back in text. This system has Xeno ships. Try and be quiet. There's a beacon that should activate once you reach the orbit of the planet. We can meet on the surface. Valeria Harlock.
You mean like the ones behind that planet?
Well, that's her name, isn't it?
So somehow we're supposed to now, sneak. We need to put our
So
vote
she's
sheet
either
Or
on.
working
at
with
least
them
not make as much
to set a
noise
trap.
and actively transmit. There is a nebula around the edges of the system. And if there are enough Xeno ships present here, and you're loud enough, that could be a problem. Also, potentially why they chose this place to discourage treachery.
So, what do we do? You void shields down and go silent, guys?
Yeah, fuck it.
The two raiders behind you salivate at the thought and arm torpedoes and guns.
Okay, then let's do that.
Okay.
Because our void shields are kind of giving us out, eh?
All right.
They're also the only thing keeping us alive. They're like glue.
you have to travel slowly, carefully, even more so than usual, because a lot of cosmic dust is hitting the front of your ship now.
How many people die trying to wipe the screen?
It's more like flying through sandpaper for the hull. So, someone give me a operate void ship to see plus
Well,
maneuverability to see how well you manage to run silent and how bad it is.
Can it be assisted? As pilot and co-pilot.
If you can think of one person that is happy to help you.
I mean, no, we have 2 people with operate void ship.
Yeah,
Sure,
I
I'll
seem to
allow
be
it. But the base
Okay.
is gonna be -10 anyway, because you're flying without shields through a dust cloud. So
hey,
it's
that's
flat
base.
anyway.
Still, he has a good chance.
Would I be able to use a fate point to automatically succeed?
You could
Definitely
if
you
you were
should,
doing
because it's
this.
any.
Yeah. We can succeed with 4 degrees of success.
That
then.
is true, yeah, we
That
could.
might be enough to avoid damage.
It's 4 degrees, my guy. I think
I
we
mean,
should
I
do
could succeed with 4 degrees as well, no?
I mean, then it really doesn't matter. It's just like, when did we spend 4 fate points?
Well, there were a lot of things you wanted to adjust, I believe.
Thought we spent 2.
Wait, no, yeah, we spent 2. How the fuck did we
somebody
spend
did it.
4?
Somebody didn't write it to 8 because of lucky. Then
Yeah, it should be at 6. Because we definitely only spent 2.
yeah, we literally did spend only 2. So I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, so we spent 3 now.
So yes, now 5. So 4 degrees of success.
Okay. You roll for something. One of the operators on the bridge, watching the view screen getting gummed up with dust, starts claiming that he can see the view screen grinning at him and has to be taken away quietly and shot.
It's not ideal, but it's definitely not the first time.
Shoot him just twice, just in case, and let's go. Continue.
Other than that, you don't take any damage and you are able to reach the orbit of the planet.
Does that mean the demon's not demon hosted anymore? Weird.
Now, the world is a low mass, low gravity, cold world. No sign of water from orbit. However, it does appear to have a oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere, and temperatures are warm enough that you can, if you're wearing heating suits, you can function outside.
So it's actually somewhat habitable for humans. Interesting.
No ecosystem,
No
right?
water, so absolutely shit for trying to colonize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Water's bad.
but
Water is
still,
important.
you could, survive on there if you actually brought water with you.
That's not ideal.
You
But
always
anyway,
have water with you, like, you piss, right?
We're not.
Yeah,
doing,
that's
we're
how
not doing
hives
dude.
in worlds like this usually work. There are huge vats with shitty filters, boo.
I mean, yeah, hey, as long as it's filtered somewhat, like, as long as there's no chunks, you know?
You know,
You just
for
put
the
that
middle
in,
hives, that might indeed be a good day when there are no detectable chunks. For the lower hives, that is the height of luxury.
Hell yeah.
Continuing on before I get more bad images in my head.
I can't believe it. Demi actually can get bad images in his head.
Yeah, I don't like disgusting stuff.
No shit, Sherlock.
Fight me, furry boy.
So, on the surface, there is a beacon that comes online as you enter orbit. It's a essentially a teleportarium pattern enhancer.
Oh,
Oh, it was combined with a runecaster?
Demi.
It's a
will
essentially
fucking
it's
kill
a
you,
radio beacon specifically designed to for the teleportarium systems to home in on. It's essentially denoting, hey, you can use this as a reference. This is a safe place to teleportarium down, etc., etc.
So who's going?
Well, do we all send like one
I guess
character, I
that's
guess?
his will.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll send Jason then in this case. Makes
Also,
sense.
what kind of world is this?
Cold, lifeless, waterless.
Well, if it's lifeless, we don't gotta worry about threats. Fair enough. I'm sending loot.
Yeah, we need some backup. We need some muscle.
Yeah.
Now
And
the
can we do requisitions?
I mean, as if is plenty competent at fighting as well. So
You can do
we'll be
requisitions
fine.
if you are not getting even more plus 30s because you already had yours from the last mission, but you can do requisitions if you have any left
didn't use
over.
them. I didn't use them. So that just means I can do a requisition instead of those plus 30s.
If you have plus 30s left, you can use those.
Ah, okay. I do have plus 30s because I wasn't aware.
You don't get
last time.
more.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
So
I have two, because
loot-
last time I only realized after I had used my requisitions.
So loot, Jason, Adolphus who?
As if.
As if? Okay. Jackalor.
Yes.
Who?
Going to the planet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or do we have someone at social?
I'm being sent. Jason.
Okay, Zako's going.
Absolutely disgusting.
Two muscle, one speaking. And what is Azef? Oh, the commander, right?
He's a commissar.
I think Adolphus died.
No, he's still moving.
I'm alive.
Oh, okay. Now real quick.
I would like to use some of my requisitions.
Okay,
Yeah, I still
Loot
have it on my
volunteer
30s
or
saved up.
Boo volunteered first for using requisition, so Boo, what do you want?
Yes. Omniscope.
That's what, a near unique?
Near unique.
That is a near unique. And Demi, I found a flaw in this Excel spreadsheet that says it's very rare.
No, there's comments, by the way.
Ah, comments? Did not know. Gotcha. Ah, okay. So I see. Anyway, so it's near unique, so that's what roll? Minus 50?
That is indeed minus 50. So, that goes to
So
minus 20.
Please. Are you fucking
You know, the Spearfisher sniper tells you that he understands, but he took this off of a dead fucking Meg boy who had looted it from a Magos of the Mechanicum. So, it's his. No, you can't have it.
You know what? I'm gonna try asking extra polite this time. So, again, same roll. Please. You fucking kidding?
You don't lose influence though, which is lucky.
You know what? You end up getting drunk with the guy, but he still doesn't give you the scope.
God damn it.
So
so
shot him
close.
in the back.
I'm so sad. Like the last thing I managed to requisition was fucking bullets, and then like it was the beginning of the session.
So an armored body glove can go under other armor, right?
It doesn't stack.
Yep. You can wear it, but it doesn't stack.
And how much armor does a void suit have?
2.
2.
But you don't need a void suit. Now, if you are out in the cold in normal armor, if you're there for any significant amount of time, well, hope you have resistances to temperature extremes. Eventually you're gonna get cold and start taking fatigue, and eventually a frostbite and death.
Well, I got a job to do, and if that means losing a finger or two, I'll just have them regrown in the lab.
Zarkov standing next to you like, what the fuck, Stitch is running down like this?
Yeah, so I think I know what I want to requisition. I don't have a plus 30 on Jason. But if we're going here, and I know I'm a bitch, can I get a Can I get a survival suit?
Yes, you may indeed try and requisition one.
It's average, which is what?
That is a +0, I believe.
And if I got a good quality one, what the fuck does that do again? In this case, because it's supposed to give me a +20, I think.
Survival suit. Good and best give 25 and 30 respectively.
And if I was to good, that would be not scarce, that would be rare.
Good would be rare. Best would be very rare. Average quality survival suits you can get for free because we agreed that anything below average and below was automatically gettable due to the size of the ship and the supplies on board.
I'm a greedy fuck.
Oh, no. Demi. Good and best craftsmanship suits grant a +25 and +30 bonus, respectively.
Yeah, Chris has told me that.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Not yours.
I got a lot of influence, and I'm a greedy son of a bitch, so I'm gonna go for that best quality.
You're only engraving it with the sigils of your soon-to-be founded house.
Yep. Add like a little like name tag, write my own name there, just like yes, let's go.
How much does a long last weigh again?
Like
Check
4.
the table. Find the. You should have the book.
So very rare would be in this case. Was it -30?
Yep.
Long last is 4.5.
Thank you.
Ask for diplomatic meeting. Send 4 trained killers in heavy power armor down. What the fuck?
Hey, I look normal. I just have a sniper.
Yeah. Actually, Chris, Master of Paperwork. So it's only rare, so -20.
True. True.
I need to re-roll that.
Don't let him. Don't let him. Make him suffer.
Wait, we're using our own characters now. We're gonna go down on that planet. Can I spend my own fate points?
Hey, if I would,
Technically, that is the precedent we have established, though it makes my heart bleed, Demi.
Hey, then can I re-roll my last one?
Sure, if you wish.
God damn it. Why are
So-
you wasting fate points?
Or who are we using?
Fucking 4.
Your own.
Who are we? Oh, your own? Okay.
Yes!
You steal it from him when he passes out drunk,
Yes!
and report him for disciplinary action for non-standard gun configuration.
Fucking works.
Holy shit.
I got it.
The stitching
Nice
is
one.
exquisite, Demi.
Can
know-
more? Yeah.
You even go full Slav. It's a heated suit, it's a big jacket, puffy leggings, and a proper fucking Russian Ashanka.
Yeah, actually,
Hell
does it have like a fur coat over here? 'Cause I
Yep,
fucking love
yep.
it. Yes.
You're re-establishing the empire of the Slavs. Congratulations.
Okay, Mordecai, you wanted more bullshit.
Yes, a custom grip.
On what?
Just one. I'm going to install it myself.
Of course you are. That reduces the rarity.
Yes, by I think 2 points.
By 1, I think it was.
Make sure, please.
I'm not gonna look for it. We're gonna assume it's 1, because otherwise it's pain in the dick to look up.
Sure, I'll look it.
Actually, let's see.
If the characters decide to do this, it gains a +30 bonus to modification availability.
Then you get it automatically. Just roll to apply it to your bullshit gun.
Well, I need to know first roll knowledge, Forbidden Lore, Craft World Elder.
God damn it.
Do you know your rolls? Make them.
think it's minus 20. So it's flat. Okay.
Nice.
I don't think you need to even roll armor at this point.
Yeah.
What was the agreement with the long lines that we reduced it from felling 4 to felling 2 or something?
No, the accurate gets fucking to D5s instead of D10s.
Yeah. Though for
okay.
requisitioning one, I think it's a lot easier on our ship because the spearfishers have long glasses.
As if already had one, he stole it from the
I
guy that
think
you
that's
stuck
fine,
with a
bro.
needle
But
and
yeah,
caused to
I don't
barf
do that.
in a fucking volcanic vent, remember?
A lot of things happen in that volcanic fucking ass crack of doom.
Yes.
Okay. Does Arminius have any sort of plotty psyker powers for telling the future these days?
Yes.
Kinda, yeah. I think.
Check. Because I think he only has Scryer's gaze. We never actually gave him to look through time because we decided it wasn't necessarily worth it.
No. Though, actually, what's the range on Sky's gaze?
I mean, he could look down from the... If he lays out a ritual, he could look for where their ships are.
Either that, I was gonna be like, we could technically look onto the teleportarium site because they might be there as well, and see if it's a trap or not.
Sure. While you're preparing, do you wish to cast it? And how far do you wish to push? Keep in mind, well, actually, I think it might not need to be a... Yeah, given that this is just a location, it doesn't need to be a major ritual. You're not looking for ships or cross systems, so you just need 30 minutes.
What do photo visors do again? Aren't those night vision goggles?
You literally have a book, don't you? If you want to look up, maybe I'll take it. Stuff, just look it up, please.
I think we should use Sky's gaze. I don't think we should push, but let's use it at 4 psi rating, which he has. So the very level, you know.
If you want.
Others?
Sure.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Should I roll? I've already rolled too many times. Somebody else fucking do it. Jacklor, you haven't. You fuck it. I don't know. Somebody roll.
Sure, I'll roll it. What do I need to roll? Bonus penalties, Skyler's gaze.
It's Psyniscience based. He gets a +10 from Psi Focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might actually be it.
So does he use psi rating 1 or what?
The more you use, the more information and the deeper it goes.
Yeah, that's why I said let's not push, but let's use it as Psi rating 4, which is, you know, his maximum. So it's a more controlled, safe level, but still has a lot of power.
Use the focus power thing, it's already tied to Psyniscience. Should be anyway.
No, I was just checking his psi rating.
We told you it's fucking
There you
4,
go.
it's at the top of the thing.
Nice.
Enemy plans. Okay, so here's the thing, right? These two fuckers, they are planning to come down, but they are planning to have their teleportarium beacons on and aimed at their ship so they can get the fuck out ASAP if this goes bad. That's one. I'll lay it out. Just let me keep talking. They do intend to come with a significant war party because they expect him to send badasses. So there are gonna be some people with sniper rifles or long lasers teleported around the site and just keeping an eye on the proceedings, waiting for a signal. Other than that, they aren't planning to start hostilities. Their idea is to fire if it becomes clear to them that conflict is inevitable, like if you're gonna keep chasing them and causing them trouble, or essentially if the negotiations fall through if you attack first. So while they're planning to take precautions and make sure that they can obliterate your landing party, or at least have a good chance of it and escape, they're not planning to actually do that. They're planning to negotiate in good faith and see if you can actually be trusted.
Fair enough.
Well, let's prove them wrong.
So I have a question. Would Arminius be going down himself as well, or just sending us?
Certainly not on the first round of negotiations. That seems like, say, shit move.
Gotcha.
No, that's how you show superiority, by not being down there the first time, you know?
I'd like to requisition a recoil glove. It is rare.
Go ahead.
What is the modifier with the plus 30?
Minus 20. With the plus 30, it goes to plus 10.
Okay. I have a second plus 30. I'll use that one on as well.
Okay. Excellent.
Do you want anything, Jackalor? Actually, or did you get it?
Right. Yeah, in terms of enemy numbers, there's probably going to be like 20 in the surrounding area, hidden, concealed, ready to open up in case it goes down, and in their party, it's probably going to be 6 or 8.
So, what do you guys think about sending us 4 and just having a Spearfisher squad in the back, essentially? Sort of equalize it.
Hell, I can also stay in the back with my sniper, do the exact same thing they're doing.
They, you can try and do that.
Let's not bring the Spearfishers. They won't help that much, and honestly, they'll just make it a worry. They're already planning for us to have like 4 people that are really tough.
They don't know how many you're gonna bring, but they're assuming a small party. They certainly aren't coming down themselves until they have an idea of your numbers. And if you bring too many, they might decide to scrap it or abort or bring even more people, and then could really turn into an arms race and it gets nasty.
Zarko would like to buy a reductor field.
Buy. For money.
Don't you have something already like that?
No, I have a fractal field on. Because I can?
You're right, though.
Who ended up being the what's-his-face, the interrogator? I think it was Marius that ended up getting the promotion.
Yes, it was.
Okay, then you're on the bridge, and while the others are deciding how to proceed with the mission, he's gonna take both of your remaining characters aside. And he's gonna tell you that he expects that there is a good chance this will go badly for him. And, well, he needs someone to make sure that he doesn't go too far. So if things should go horribly wrong, it's your job to deal with him and take his rosette and carry on the mission.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
good lord.
And of course, the blank is supposed to help him should it become necessary. Now, Jackler, what heresy did you want to buy now?
I wanted to buy a reductor field.
why? Also, how would you get one on the ship?
Good question.
Can I requisition? Fucking. I mean,
Ask the
yeah,
Harlocks.
like ask for him for this mission only, basically.
What did I miss? My call broke.
Jackler is asking for more
Uh,
bullshit. But effectively, your mission,
Okay.
should you choose to accept it, is to carry the torch should things go badly.
Zircon is second in command. I understand. I mean, it perfectly fits with his backstory, so of course he'd accept.
Oh, he's not being given a choice. This is what you will do for the Emperor and the Imperium.
Mm-hmm. And if he had any choice, he would still take it.
Mm-hmm.
Without
You're
any
also
doubt in his
told
mind.
of the more corrupted members of the party Mordecai, to watch for and eliminate in your purge.
Got it.
So, just before we go down there and start talking, I have a question. This is more out of character. What did we want from the Harlocks, anyways?
They have information and evidence they've stolen, apparently insight into some of this technology that you're dealing with. So,
Gotcha.
the mission is to, I think primarily, to deal with the Inquisitor that's gunning for you by teaming up with the Harlocks and framing him good and proper.
Okay.
And secondary is any information on the quest for Svarog that you can get out of them without unduly helping them do whatever criminal bullshit they're up to, actually.
Okay.
Who's gonna be doing the talking?
I guess that's me because I'm sending Jason.
Yes,
Well,
and
good
everyone
luck.
else is sending someone to defend you.
Yup. So, we ready, boys?
Yes.
All right then.
Okay.
Let's teleport out.
You teleport the fuck down there. And, yeah, you can see, partially covered by the dust of this cold, fucked up world, about chest high, a little tower of electronics that has an antenna extending from it, that's sending the signal. And, yeah, they probably would have left a guy for appearance's sake. So there's just this one dude huddled over in a survival suit, rubbing his hands together, the edge of a glow stick poking out from the hood. Fuck. Just not looking at you, sitting on a rock. Just leans over.
Brilliant.
Yeah, just cursing softly to himself. Looks up at you. Oh shit. Scrambles up. Looks at the heavy power armor, of which there's one in evidence, I believe.
Just one, yes.
Just
Everyone
immediately,
else is in court,
hastily
so
bows.
care,
Lord Inquisitor, a pleasure to meet you. I shall, I shall inform my masters that you are ready for the meeting. Yes.
Please do.
He called you Inquisitor, Jack.
And-
How does that make you feel?
He's in best quality heavy power armor with inquisitorial sigils. Excuse me.
No, it's completely understandable. I'm just asking how it makes
He
Jack
has
feel.
2 fucking power sources. It's like a fucking blender.
This is fucking Space Marine bullshit.
There are icons in space cathedrals that are less fancy than he is.
What? Did I get to ask for the reflector field, by the way?
Sure, for the mission, you can have it. Arminius tells you to not turn it on until shit hits the fan and not, provoke them.
Blessed. Yeah, no, I entirely believe at this point, considering Zarkov's skill, strength, usage, and everything, that the Space Marines, when recruiting, just simply skimmed him. Essentially, didn't even look at him.
Yep, he's got an inferiority complex towards Space Marines, definitely.
I mean, he's the kind of boy they like to recruit, but unfortunately he had reached 13 years of age when he was discovered, so he was too old to begin the process.
Indeed.
And ever since that day, Zarkov strived for glory.
Okay. He just looks at you like, what the? Looks back at the heavy power armor. Okay. So you're in charge.
Please just call the rogue trader over. The meeting should start soon.
Inquisitor Arminius, you're younger than I was told to expect.
There, menacingly.
I'm Acolyte Jason Logan.
Like you know how to stare in any other way.
It's his normal stare because he's wearing the helmet.
Yep.
The Inquisitor isn't coming?
Not yet.
We're in the same position as you. Freezing our ass off, waiting for our bosses to agree to come down.
Yeah, you try sitting here for fucking 20 hours. Nearly out of booze. He's gonna...
I'll give him a low stick.
I'll give him a dose of Obscura.
He looks at the drug, looks at you, looks at the drug, looks at Jason. Pockets it.
Yeah.
He's gonna go over to Snowdrift, brush it off, pull out a Voxcaster unit, try and turn it on, perform percussive maintenance vigorously, try and turn it on again, start cursing, bang, 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 bang. Okay, it works. Fuck, what was it? This is Nestek to Falcon. The snakes have arrived.
Charming.
I did make up the fucking code, don't blame me.
I know. I get your pain. I have a list for names when I need it.
From the Voxcaster. Nestek, please confirm the size of the party. 4 snakes. One of them has a sweet tooth. Sweet tooth? What the fuck is a sweet tooth? They gave me Obscura for some reason. Why the fuck would they give you Obscura? What the fuck kind of sick game is that? I don't fucking know. I'm freezing my ass off. It's fucking cold. Okay. Remember your fucking place. We're coming down. There's still Portarian flare.
Sound effects in Bollywood.
And there are 2 figures in light power armor with 8 ratings behind them.
Do
Is that a doorbell somewhere?
However, what kind of trash is this?
Yeah. Do any of them seem instantly recognizable? I don't know.
Well, you have studied up on the Harlocks. The power armor. Let me check. It looks about what you would expect from power armor that's been extensive use, but it has the house colors and symbology over it. It's probably
Okay.
something that they've recovered.
But we don't see faces, so we can't see who. I think the entire name was Valeria Harlock. I think you said it was.
One of the
Do any-
figures only has a bolt pistol sidearm. The other one has a storm bolter and a bolt pistol.
I feel like it's Stormbolter, but when they come down, small bow. If I may ask, which of you is Valeria Harlock?
The figure without the storm bolter steps forward. That would be me. So, looks at Zarkov. My, you certainly dressed to impress, huh? So, you're in charge of the party.
Indeed. My name is Jason Lurvin, an acolyte. A pleasure.
Yes, likewise. Malphite, right?
Indeed.
Right. So, let's talk.
Where would you like to begin then?
Well, we have a mutual problem.
We do.
And you implied that you had a plan for dealing with this problem. Or at least an idea for a plan.
We did. Out of character, I don't remember what the fucking plan was, but in character,
The plan was
we
to
did.
frame the fucking Inquisitor.
Oh, but how? I don't know. It would go a long way with some assistance, of course. And considering we're both in the same boat, I think it would work out, yes?
Well, that is interesting. Same boat, you say? Has something happened?
Perhaps.
Let me see.
But before that, however, considering this is something on a more mutual ground, I would also like to discuss a previous dealing that we had discussed as well.
Do be more specific.
Well, a few months, I think it was, a few months ago, I believe it was. There was a specific let go and for some information, I believe, and meet here. And, well, we're meeting here now, aren't we?
So you want to trade some info.
For a previous deal, yes.
Alright, how do you want to go about this?
Well, we did sort of let you escape easily from the other Inquisitor. And as such, well, mostly what you know of... Fuck, how do we go about that? Yes.
Well, that is an interesting suggestion. From where I was standing, I had a gun to all of your heads, so did you really let me escape?
well, there are plenty others as well that we could have gone on. So, in a way, yes, actually.
All right. I'll keep your bargaining position in mind.
So, I believe what we'd like to hear from first is obviously on a specific planet not so long ago. I believe you might have been involved, perhaps maybe not, in something about getting some very interesting information about a little something. Included explosions happening and a lot of other Inquisitors being unhappy.
Well, I will remind you that rogue traders, as per their warrants, often are involved in discovering things that others do not wish discovered, often engaged in battles, and on occasion, the Inquisition takes offense to us utilizing our rights to, for example, deal with Xenos or conquer worlds that need conquering beyond the edge of Imperial space.
Of course. Such things are, of course, a normality. Something a bit more recent, then. Something more specific.
I fail to recall anything in the recent times that would have made the Inquisition angry with us. You can hear the smile in the voice, like, yeah, you get to say it first. I'm not gonna confirm anything. Fuck you.
Is that so? Now, reports would say otherwise, which is why obviously a question to come across.
Reports? And what reports would those be? Has someone been slandering our noble and ancient house?
Well, I believe a few minutes ago we did have somebody in mind now, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, there is that asshole.
I wonder why.
I am completely at a loss as to why he would have an issue with us. He is clearly deranged and out of his fucking mind. I hear that sometimes happens to Inquisitors as they get older.
What was the planet called, by the way?
Quadis, the pleasure world.
Quadus? Oh, this was quite enjoyable. Haven't had this in a long time. But to cut to the chase, since some of us, well, some of you are already freezing, the events on Quadus, obviously.
I don't know what you're talking about. I heard, of course, about the lamentable happenings on Quadus. We have agents on many major worlds, especially those dealing with the nobility. But during that time, we were out in the Coronis Expanse on a deep void run. We didn't come back until several months later.
Just note, out of character, Boo's internet died.
Mm-hmm.
We both know very well what's going on, and please remember, as much as there is dishonor, sometimes keeping up the bargain is a good thing. So, please, if it wouldn't be a great issue, we both know what's going on.
See, it seems to me like you are... How to put this? Fishing for a confession so you can nail my ass to the governor's palace on Scintilla, and I like my ass where it is.
We all do. Everybody does. But, well, Would we really come here without anything before? And would we have been just sent here on this on this lifeless planet with who knows what's over there on that planet? As much as, well, overzealous one could be about this is no for obviously cooperation, and I can assure you, as much as you want to take that, no, we won't be selling your ass out. There's nothing in it for us, simply like that.
Oh, you already implied that you are, to some degree, desperate. Your ship is damaged. Last time we saw you, you were desperate to defend that station against the Chaos Fleet. See, I'm starting to wonder, just how badly off you are. You are here when you didn't seem to even necessarily be aware of us before, which suggests that you need us rather badly if you're going out of your way on your clearly very important business to come here to a dead-end system with a shitty Xenos pirate base.
That could be seen as that, as yes, very much yes. However, obviously, appearances can be sometimes quite deceitful. Trust me on this one, we've known for a while. We just didn't need any action upon that. And, well, as fate would intertwine, I suppose, we somehow ended up landing in the same system with one big asshole, and now we're here. And I think both of us can agree on a certain thing. Having friends and enemies are necessary, but having friends can be so much better.
How much authority to negotiate do you actually have?
Well, we've already pulled a few strings here and there, so...
You personally, for your master.
This would be an out-of-character question then. I mean, I do have a lot of influence, so what would you say, approximately?
This isn't influence-based, it's up to the party. Do you want Jessen making these decisions on the spot? Your job is to get information out of her. And to arrange some sort of cooperation to frame the other Inquisitor. Arminius, well, he's not going to consider himself automatically bound by whatever you say, so it's kind of a question of what deal you think you can convince Arminius to accept. That's about as much leeway as you have.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, because one of the out of character speaking now, just so the other party knows. The idea was obviously since we're going to be cooperating to frame the guy, which is already going to give us at least not a good relationship, but rather a professional working relationship. It's not a bad idea to expand upon that. Essentially, is my idea. What do you guys think?
Maybe? We don't want to tie ourselves too hard to them because, you know, they might end up getting fucked because they're rogue traders.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this wouldn't be a full-blown on alliance. I wasn't thinking that either. But actually having a decent professional relationship, essentially. And that's about it. We work together and just be like, okay.
So you can give her some general information as long as you don't go into specifics in terms of the brain bomb. But
yeah.
Essentially, don't even hint at Svarog. If you can tell her that you're looking for something, but, you know.
Yeah, and it would be also a bad idea to even mention the Black Sun as well. I mean, it's hard to go that way then, since, you know, people want specifics. We can't give specifics. besides just saying, oh, regular inquisitorial business,
Killing heretics, hunting xenos,
Mm-hmm.
fighting
Okay.
demons.
Continuing on.
I suppose then what a thing we could imply then, which makes a lot of sense, is doing inquisitorial work because of demon-tainted bullshit, and we can sort of confirm that a little bit because we were attacked by chaos ships. So we
How
could
about we
maybe
just do what we should have done and what we did do with the other Inquisitor, which is say we're dealing with the Black Sun. Because it has returned.
True, I would agree. Usually, the problem is that was an Inquisitor who was in the same cabal as us, so he obviously knows this is information that usually isn't supposed to go.
I mean, technically, you're not part of the Tyrannite Cabal because you don't give a flying fuck about the Black Sun. That's part of the reason why they were so. Like, the way it works, like, think of it this way: like, there's the Cabal for Calixtus as a whole, which then splits into Ordos and its Inquisitors working together, making an organization, helping with training, equipment, etc. That's like the main secret police infrastructure. Within that is the subdivision of the Black Sun, which has been reactivated.
Yeah, no, sorry about that, because I remember when we were talking to the bitch-ass Inquisitor, there was mention that Arminius was part of the Tyranid Cabal, essentially. Not Tyranid, Tyrant Cabal, whatever. I remember that.
No,
He's not explicitly part of any cabal.
Yeah, we discussed it, and that was a big point of contention, precisely because he wasn't, and he didn't bother informing anyone. Like, he claims, hey, I'm here for the Black Sun. It's like, bro, what the fuck? We have a whole task force for that. Why are you here on your own without informing anyone?
Got it. Nah. Yeah, because I know that he was angry at us, but I thought he was angry because we were part of it and didn't say. This was we weren't part of it at all, and then we didn't say. Gotcha.
Yeah, you effectively stepped on his jurisdiction.
Gotcha. Do we mention the Black Sun or not?
Well, let's continue the conversation. I don't even remember what the last thing we said was.
Same.
How about this? How about we stop dancing around? Obviously, we are being framed, unjustly so, but we could use some help clearing that up. And you seem to have run into some troubles of your own, which you need our help for. Of course, if you helped us clear up this injustice, even though it's your duty as servants of the Imperium, if you made this a priority, we would be grateful and happy to help with your troubles. I think that's only fair.
Fair indeed. But how, at least, we kind of see it. The previous thing for this, further assistance, goes a long way. Two different sets, essentially. But both working together.
Well, there is the station you were studying. I assume you're referring to that and other related things. I suppose we could do it this way. We can do this the old-fashioned way. You ask a question, I ask a question.
I look to the others.
I'll shrug at that.
Zarkov keeps staring menacingly.
Zarkov stares menacingly. Very well. So, fuck, now I need to, just, probably, we would have rehearsed this in some form of way, so just, you guys, what kind of questions do you guys essentially have, if any? Since this is now going to go with the whole question stuff.
You can discuss among yourselves, she's not gonna mind. I mean, she's worn the power armor, called the charge for 3 hours.
Only 3 hours? What a scrub.
I don't want to ask her any questions specifically related to the station because she was not there for a long time at all. So I think we have definitely the advantage information there. What we want to find out is stuff related on the Quadus, I think, right?
We could ask where she got the beacon.
Oh yeah,
Where
she
she
does
got
have
the
it.
information on the beacon, yeah.
Sure, let's go with that. Oof, keeping a list of the questions, go for it.
I need to look it up for something. Okay. So you want to go first? You're gonna have to be more specific. I might or might not know what beacon you are referring to.
That beacon was this one similar near the at the station, right?
It was communicating with the station, yeah.
Yeah. Also, my Discord is dying.
Uh, I can mostly
But,
still hear you.
Well, specifically, the one that was similar to the one on the station. That beacon.
Of course. We pulled it out of the ruins of a wrecked Imperial ship.
Alright. Just note, if anytime you need a scrutiny check or something like that, just, say so. As without, I'm just gonna take it as a fact.
We can make contested deceive scrutiny checks, so make both deceive and scrutiny flat. I should definitely roll the scrutiny, that's a shit roll. This is primarily for Demi, because this is his kind of slime. Okay, so...
I think, the same amount of success as her, unless she has something else.
Yeah, you get the same amount. She's definitely holding stuff back. It's arguable who is the defender here, but you can tell that she's keeping stuff back, but you can't tell necessarily what or when.
Alright.
And make a deceive to see how well she's reading you.
Same flat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a fate point for +10.
Wow.
I want to reroll that one.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Excellent. Now, you can, of course, say, this is a kind of a way for you to both share information in carefully dosed out packages. So you can say, hey, give me a little more than that. And maybe she will, maybe she won't.
Alright. I mean, I can see that she's holding back. But I'm gonna go back to that one. I don't want to be on the aggression from the first question. Let's ease that in a little bit.
How are you familiar with the coordinate system I used to bring you here? She used the star system was defined in the old coordinate set that the Archaeotech computer used.
So she's basically asking us, how did we get here even?
Yeah, how did you know to come to this particular system?
Didn't she give us the coordinates?
In
She gave us the
Dark
coordinates,
Age,
not the system.
in Dark Age coordinate system, they wrote them down differently then.
Oh,
They weren't
I
in
mean,
the Imperial notation system.
boy, we're Inquisition. We know a lot of things. A lot of
We
old
learned it
things,
from
too.
that station.
You
didn't we?
got here quick, though.
Quick ship.
Point being, you already knew you didn't have to go back to the archives, probably.
Well, it's a little bit of a combination of everything. A little bit for things from the station, a little bit of inquisitorial magic in the background, and, well, a little bit of, luckily, the ship.
I see.
What to ask her now? You mentioned an imperial vessel. Would you be so kind to go in a little bit more information of what kind of imperial vessel? There's many imperial vessels, of course.
A crashed Imperial battleship that used to belong to a powerful rogue trader dynasty.
Fuck, I want to ask more questions, but that's not how this game works. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What would she care about finding out from you? What does the station do? The warp gate. Other than the obvious, of course. We can't hear you think to yourself, Demi.
No. I'm trying to formulate it in this, half-truth sort of way. And I'm also trying to remember stuff out of character. Man, I wish we had a list now. So obviously it does out of character. It does the whole warp stuff. We're not going to say that it does the Black Sun stuff.
Why not?
Fam, why you do this to me, Adolphus?
We can say that. America's
Yeah.
going to be part of our defense.
Fair, but that's a big upper hand we're giving her by giving that strong information.
Yeah, she might
That's
be
the
more willing
thing.
to answer your questions if you give her something useful to her.
Could be. God damn that! You're putting me in a hard spot, Adolphus. You know what? Fuck it. Boo would be mad at me if I didn't mention the Black Sun. Let the whole world know. Well, besides the obvious, it contains a lot of old and forgotten knowledge, coordinates here and there, and well, it's useful for stopping a certain. I sort of just look. Well, a sun made of pure darkness. Let's say.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Very so. I think that you can see why the whole destruction of that could have been a bit bad for everybody. But here we are. in a better future.
The Lathe worlds are burning in the background. The orbital shipyards are slowly tumbling through the upper atmosphere.
Hey, when the Adeptus Administratum says it's no longer considered an imperial world, that's when we're gonna be worried.
I mean, there's a constant stream of transport from mining worlds going to the forge worlds there. Transport convoy dewarps. Oh no! Well, shit.
Why are there 6 other spaceships full of crazy people here?
For my next question, though, this is going to be discussing with the others as well, just to sort of get a better idea. Want to ask about the beacon, if the beacon led them to this place, or were they simply fleeing from the past Inquisitor and ended up there, and essentially go off that? If they led it to that coordinates, or did it have another destination in mind? What do you guys think?
I'm fine with that.
Sure, I'll ask that then. So about the beacon, was it simply fortunate or unfortunate luck that brought you to the system for the beacon, or was the beacon pointing somewhere else?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Does she understand the question?
She sounds confused.
Very well, let me be a little bit more specific then. The beacon internal that you are in possession of, while, well, traveling through space and warp, did it lead you to where we were, where we met, or was it meant to lead you somewhere else?
We meant to come to the system. We didn't know where the system was exactly. But the intention was to reach the beacon that the station was giving off.
Okay, so essentially, essentially 2 beacons that the one we found and one we had were leading to
It
there.
doesn't.
Okay.
It isn't like a navigational light. It's more like a transponder that transmits on a very narrow band in the warp, and you would never see it unless you had either a mind trained particularly to receive it, or a system tuned to it specifically.
All right.
Whereas the stuff on the station is like, wow.
All right.
Now, you are eager for our help to some extent. How willing would you be to, or your master would be, to arrange some old archived files of the Inquisition to be copied and the copies misplaced in a convenient location?
Is she trying to hide the information she got from Quadus and just like
She's trying to steal information via us.
Uh,
The
Get more
archives
info.
must be incomplete, I mean.
well, that specifically, I believe I'd have to ask the Inquisitor himself. That is a bit of a thing that would require his obvious permission. So if you would perhaps pertain a minute.
Okay,
And
well, it's a decision for the party. Are you willing to, at least in principle, help a rogue trader house get their hands on some files?
The only question, obviously, that I see that it comes out of this is, of course, what are they looking for specifically? Though we might have an idea. And the next thing being is, what do we get out of that specifically?
I think he'd be willing to say yes, and if he gets those files, looks through them before depositing them, finds these are inconvenient for me. Well, those files, they just couldn't be found. They weren't in there.
Yeah,
I think that's the route that he'd take.
I'd say it would be okay as well, but obviously on some specific, not really specific conditions, but rather, wise. Because here's the thing: we're framing framing somebody. That's obviously going to benefit both of us. The dealing for the information, we're going back and forth. So, So getting some additional files, I feel like would need to be a little bit, they'd have to dosh up a little bit something themselves.
I mean, the thing about the files is she'll have to tell us what files. So
that could be your next question.
To point.
What files? Or what's in the files? It's your turn to ask. Uh-oh, everyone's frozen. Fuck. Is it a repeat performance of last night?
Could we like
He doesn't hear.
Hello? You can hear me now?
We hear you.
We can hear you. We heard you the entire time. Can you hear us, though?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, Gucci.
You just experienced what I was experiencing earlier. Congratulations.
Photos files. Well, the question that I would pose is, well, this would be 2, so let me split it on 1 for the 5. What files?
She's gonna hold out a hand. Someone hands her like a piece of paper and a writing pen. Takes it in the fat fingers of even the light power suit and just jots down 3 numbers. Shows them to you. They are about 160 years old based on this. It's in the Inquisition's internal filing systems code.
That would be a good question. We have a librarian in Weird Inquisition. Would that possibly be even in us, or is that something else?
You'd look at the end of the files. Not at that security level, you don't. Either a specialized base or the main base on Scintilla. Which might explain why they don't have them already.
Mm-hmm. It also explains why they had to attack Quadus for stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna look over it and it's like, so just close it, sort of just write it down as well, blah blah, just to keep that. And it's just like, give it back. Waiting for her.
How much trouble are you in, really?
Well, out of character, big moves, in character, it can be better. Because if I only knew truly to what corruption and insanity Arminius got to, if I knew Mordecai was that fucked into psychic shit.
His form does seem slightly different beneath the robes these days. Almost as if he's walking slightly hunched over.
well, besides the specific asshole that we've been mentioning, our ship's obviously incredibly damaged, and thus limiting where we can go and what we can do. And with the said asshole, some questions have been asked here and there, obviously from other inquisitions, and we did send a blockade of the Imperial Navy into that system, so some questions are being asked there, but we're still holding strong.
They just keep hearing the sound of claws on metal and hissing in their dreams every fucking astropath in that fleet.
Shit burning over there. Everything's fine, guys. No mutations at all.
Explosion in the background. Poof.
That happens sometimes.
All right. Go ahead.
Now, the problem is we don't know what is in those files, and I'm kind of interested what's in those files. What do you guys think? Because maybe that way we can find a closer agenda of what she wants. We're all there somewhere, but everybody has a different goal in the end. You know, we Svarog, they have, you know, Inquisitor and Black Sun stuff. I'm interested what she wants specifically. So I think I'm gonna go with that. These 3 files you wrote in, that you've written, what's in them specifically?
I believe that it's a type of antenna, a generator, and a field projector. They are Mechanicum scans of devices.
And if it's on this security, this is... Ooh, that's something like... Is it like
This is like...
architecture?
I mean, this is the kind of shit that... that you don't let all Inquisitors see. Especially if they're not tied to the case in some way. This is the kind of shit that's not that far from the kind of crap they delete entirely and don't keep even for personal records.
God damn. Yeah, that antennas, generator things, that's some high level mechanicum shit right there. Oh boy.
Not
That's
schematics though. Scans. It's so harder to replicate.
Okay, I mean, fair. Still precious.
Depending on what they do, yeah. Yeah, tell them to fuck off, Demi. Throw a shoe! It's the only way to make sure.
I don't have a shoe at my hand.
George Bush Dodge. Whoa.
Okay. Okay. So we got that. Next question first.
Okay, you mentioned autocart. You mentioned that you were... did you say that you were looking for the Black Sun, or that the station was just involved with it?
I think I just noted that the station was involved with it.
Okay, then she's gonna ask, what are you looking for specifically?
Ooh, this is a good question.
Deceive roll time.
I did have a deceive roll, which
Please-
is...
Yeah, we already rolled for that.
So that applies to the entire conversation? Gotcha.
Hmm.
That's the thing. We mentioned a black sun, and I feel like it's better to mislead here. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just being a lying piece of sod, but
Maybe because your head will blow up if you try not to.
bruv,
Mm-hmm.
I
It
got
will.
I got +4 wound in this session.
Yeah, it's a pity that this does 10d10 brain destruction damage.
Oh yeah, that thing. I was thinking about sniper rifles. I forgot about the chip.
How?
So, I'm not sure if that would be skimming it or anything, but so you tell me, because I feel like I would have done something. I essentially want to go on the fact, well, it's old, so, and old things have a lot of nice things. There's chaos demons everywhere, there's knowledge to be had, it's a plethora of things. And obviously, the little thing we mentioned about the sun made out of darkness. A lot of things fused in one. What do you think? Would that be pushing it or not?
I think it's generally not Inquisition that looks for archaeotech treasures, unless there's some wider threat involved. And if she knows the system that the Inquisition uses for filing its files, she might know something about how the Inquisition works.
Say the closest thing to the truth. Say that we were cleaning up after the breakup of that whatever it's called. I can't even remember at this point. Space Hulk. And we got a tip off from some of its data from one of the ships that was aboard and lodged in it that this was connected to the Black Sun. And then we heard that the Black Sun was active again.
I don't
And
think that
so
would
we
be.
came
That's
to
not.
dealt
Yeah,
with
that's not
the
swear graded though. The only thing that would maybe proc it is the Space Hulk thing, but maybe not.
You get a warning beep in your head when you get too close.
Fucker, you're not just. You're just not. Okay.
Demi looks like he has a really tiny head. Okay, now Adolphus drops out. What the fuck?
Discord might just be fuckery again.
Yeah, my Discord froze for me with the call.
Can you guys give me 5 minutes, please? Just think.
Okay. So, while this has been going on, the armsmen have been eyeing the two of you with a mixture of wariness and curiosity, but they don't seem to be as on guard as you would expect if they didn't have 20 snipers in them dark hills pointing at various weak spots in your armor. So
they're acting as if they have snipers all around?
they're not being
That's what
smug
you're saying?
about it, but they're a little more relaxed than you would expect with someone like Zarkov present. So, here's the question. What kind of impression do you want to give? Do you want to spread out a bit? Try and have some sort of conversation with them? Try and continue glaring, Jackalor?
Zarkov only communicates with glares when it comes to heretics.
Okay. Why don't you give me a strength intimidation roll, and you can apply a plus 20 for your fearsome appearance and clearly superior equipment.
I'm re-rolling that.
One of them is trying to take a picture with you, like,
Wow.
there's two of them, one on each arm, while you're just trying to push them away. No, go away. Third has a picked out. Come on, just let them take a picture. When else are they gonna get the chance? Come on, come on. Make your voice as deep as you can and say, "For the Imperium!"
I wish I had a fear rating. I really do.
So while this is happening, the guy that's cold as fuck has gotten a fresh flask and is kind of offering to share with you as if, and just kind of asking like, how long do you think this is gonna fucking take? I'm fucking freezing.
Probably another hour.
Fucking assholes.
I know.
Takes a sip, offers it to you.
I have my own. You enjoy that.
Fucking miserable, lifeless rock. With all the dumb places to fucking choose.
It's pretty impressive, I'll give them that. That they found such a miserable rock to pull this on.
Oh, there's plenty of them. I've lost count of how many we've been on.
Well, in the guard, it's not unheard of to see some hellscape like this. I'm just glad I don't need to use my gas mask.
Oh, you haven't been to the fucking Corona's expanse.
I'd say I'm pretty lucky in that regard.
Like,
Based on your reaction.
like every third planet, you think it's cool, and then you break into a cavern on a survey mission, and suddenly you're being swarmed with orcs wielding like bone clubs or something, and it's fucking horrendous. Another time, well, there's these crude fuckers, right? They have this damaged ship in the expanse, and they're all over the place as mercenaries and shit. Jesus fuck, they eat the dead. It's fucking horrendous.
They eat their own dead?
And
Or
ours.
dead.
And orc. Anything really they can get their hands on is fucking horrible.
That's disgusting.
See, this one time, I blew out the leg of one of these fuckers, right? But we were forced to retreat. Next day we come back with another fire team, right? I swear to God, it was the same fucking thing with a new leg. It grew one overnight.
Reminds me of this one time that I was on a rock and we saw this like
Hello.
foot wide spider,
Did you? Nice being menacing, guy.
and it was on the tree, and I was like, "What?" And then one of my guys smacked me on the back, and I was like, "Why'd you smack me on the back?" There was one on my back. It was right there.
I fucking hate insects. Jungle planets are the fucking worst. Only been on 2 worst fucking missions I've been on. It was horrendous. Jesus fuck, they said the jungle had some sort Juve something, right? But holy crap, I hope we never go back there. Oh my
I mean, we lost 3/4 of our men on that rock.
fucking spiders, man.
Goddamn Theodoro.
So, out of character, was he just referring to the same ice planet? Or is it just coincidence that they both had
Juves
plants
are
used for juvie?
Tuna treatments are extremely valuable, but they're usually in places where, I mean, jungles are more likely to have them because greater biodiversity. So it's the planet you are on. You wouldn't call it a jungle; it was more of a tundra.
Mm-hmm. So it's just coincidence that
Yep.
that swamp had juvie stuff. Okay.
Jackalor. The first team has managed to get what they have dubbed a good photo. Their boss has been glaring at them. He sighs. Listen, man, they're gonna make fun of me if I don't get one too. Come on, just put them on my shoulder. Just do me a favor. This isn't like it's gonna cost you anything. Come on.
It would be a diplomatic incident to kill him, right?
Probably, yes.
Perhaps. So, what are we looking
The
for
snipers
specifically?
might also fire. The tourists are busying themselves with Zarkov.
Yeah, we're having discussions over here. There's like, yo, turn around for the data slate. Snip. Fucking plus. Okay, after lunch is over.
So,
Yeah, they were asking what was
Seeing
being
the-
looked specifically.
yeah, we'll get to that. I want to see how Jack will choose to resolve the situation. Seeing that you're not reacting, he's gonna sort of look up at you, knock on your helmet. Hey, is this a servitor? I think they bought a servitor. I don't think this is real.
I'm going to draw my power sword and put it to his throat, unpowered.
Oh.
Shunk, shunk. 2 bullets impact your armor. Yo, what the fuck? The dude with the stone bolter turns in your direction.
Apologies for
Tell
this.
this man to back off, or he won't be coming home with
He
his
is
head.
pointing the stone bolter at you. You put the fucking blade down right now.
If I was trying to kill him, he would already be dead.
Put the sword down right fucking now. I'm not warning you again. You see the finger just go, clicks down to full auto.
Sheathe my sword. You're lucky I'm not supposed to cause diplomatic incidents.
You know, he sort of steps to the side. You think he's retreating. And then you see the crew member in front of you, the picture recorder, look to your side like...
Just takes the photo anyway.
The dude with the storm bolter points at the two of them. You two. 4 punishment details. Each.
Oh.
Get back to your positions.
That's a harsh punishment. They earned it, though.
Someone's stripping
Apologies
air
from our
filters
side
for
as
a
well.
week.
Apologies from our side as well. Okay. Well, there's a story to what we're looking. But to shorten it down, we stumbled upon some things similarly, and which led us eventually to the station, which had a plethora of things, obviously. Knowledge, information things, very much relating to the sun made out of darkness, and, well, that's kind of where we're at. And, well, the thing's been making a mess all around, so we're trying to resolve that.
I see. I will give you a piece of information for free. We might be able to help you with resolving that permanently.
No. That was the free information. But I would most likely speculate that the actual doing would come under something else. Would this be after helping with the framing, or would this happen files, or is there something else now in mind?
Well, we would need the files to do this. For a variety of reasons.
Is she lying?
He can't tell.
Can't tell. It was an even roll, so it's just like,
And funnily enough, the chuckle fucks around you are doing a good job of keeping you distracted.
Well, that would be quite interesting, yes.
I believe it's your turn to ask.
Gather everybody. So what are we looking for now? We've asked about that. She does seem to have knowledge. I feel like it would be kind of rude to go on the whole Quadus thing, but at the same time, it could be interesting. What do you guys think?
What's going on?
Well, I'm mostly asking what the next question would be in line for. We know where she got the beacon from and from what. Though finding a battleship is it's an immense find. The real question is, do we want to ask about things on Quadus now? The place they, ransacked and got some stuff from, and etc. I'll ask that. Now, this might come obviously a bit rude.
Do you really think that will help?
This might come out as a bit rude. But since we're giving information for information, what was specific? Well, what was on Quadus?
Well, a great many things. It has been a pleasure world for the nobility for a long time, and a great many interesting things have been hidden or recorded there over that time. Some of them are rather interesting.
It has been. Haven't visited it myself, to be honest. Nor do I plan to after things.
Oh right, I think Quadus got yoked as well at some point. We should cross it out.
I mean, it got yoked by them. I'm not sure if it got yoked by the sun after that.
I think it did.
Double whammy.
Didn't Orbel Quill get infected with fucking orcs?
Yeah, but that's a war world now. It's not dead.
Well, at least there's that.
Well, they don't need to feed the Lates now, so there's a little less of a food shortage in the sector. At least until
until Demi's actions come back to bite an entire planet in the ass.
Until the agricultural machinery breaks down and they can't buy anymore.
Oh, there's that too, yes.
Your turn, I believe.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That feeling when the feudal worlds in the sector will be the most stable. Oof.
I mean, that's how humanity survived the long night.
It is, but still. Going back to that, oof.
What is the Black Sun?
That's a bit of a question. Fuck, I think we should go. I think answering this is at this point. I mean, we've already
I
referenced
mean, the
it.
answer's pretty simple. We don't exactly know.
Yeah, no. She still wants to know what you think it is.
It's some sort of ancient weapon. So how do you want to say that, Demi?
Well, we and nobody else, at least from what we know, are quite 100% sure of what it is. What we are aware of, obviously, are its effects. Nothing positive out of it. Some believe it is an ancient weapon. Some, I believe, have referenced it to a more of a warp-like entity. Plethora of things. And I don't think anybody wants to get up close and personal to find out either.
Your turn.
She skimmed my question of Quadus because I'm a bastard. So I think I should go on
Yeah,
that again.
you cheaped out on describing your mission, so
To go back a little bit, thank you for the information of Quadus and what is there, but what did you find specifically there?
all right. Wow. This is interesting because I would have to think of whether I have a question that I want answered badly enough and honestly enough to give you that information, wouldn't I?
Perhaps, yes.
I'll tell you if you tell me what you're really looking for.
Fuck. I wish people were actually allies. But
You
this
chose
is-
to deal with scum! It's your own fucking fault!
You've given us only scum.
This is the
You
Imperial
went down the
Empire.
route to
What is all this
heresy!
scum?
There were good, loyal tech priests of Mars you could have been friends with. They only wanted the tech.
If they're loyal to Mars, that doesn't make them a friend.
Hold up, that's treason.
Exactly. What the fuck to say? Ah. We can't talk about
If you
well.
fuck her on this, that's probably gonna put a nail through any alliance you might have at this point.
Yeah, I don't want to lie to her, so well, seeing that, well, I'm not going to lie to you.
I thought as
But-
much. We'll keep our secrets then.
Thank you for the understanding. Now, I believe we've asked a few questions, and questions can arise in the future and whatnot, but shall we possibly discuss now, tomorrow, a little later time, of how to proceed with the mutual goal we have both in mind?
Sure, you can report back to your master. I think we might be able to work together, and we can meet in a little while. We'll have someone on the ground to relay the signal.
Thank you. It was a
The
pleasure.
guy
talking
with
to
the
you.
Stormbolter points at the guy who was in charge of the squad of armsmen. You're up, you're staying.
Uh,
You just see him go, fuck.
I hope we do meet again. This conversation was quite interesting.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Gonna gather together and disappeared in a teleportarian flare.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Hold up, we're experiencing
Never
technical
said
difficulties.
that.
It appears we've been ambushed.
Nani?
You get beamed up.
All right then. I think that went well.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you have common lore Imperium on any character on the boat, they can, or not Imperium, shit, what am I talking about? If you have lore Inquisition, specifically Forbidden Lore Inquisition.
I technically do because I have infused knowledge.
You don't, that's only Scholastic and Common.
Oh. Oh yeah, Forbidden Lore Inquisition, okay.
I'll let Arminius roll Inquisition Common Lore at -20 for this. And Jackalor, if you would do the honors.
Sure.
This
I
is
think
for
it's gonna
the
happen.
case number specifically.
Would Arminius spend a fate point for +10? How important is this?
Up to the team.
Because currently it's a 40% chance since it's flat. But after the bonuses.
Maybe Laboratorium applies. Check for cybernetics.
Yeah, I know, that's the way it's flat.
Oh, fuck.
The librarian, no, a floating fortress that could end up who knows where wouldn't have information on this general. Well, okay, I'll give you the +10 because you could theoretically try and piece together what the case number might reference to based on the files you do have.
Just go for it, Jacko, I believe. Fuck it, spend the fate point. We have 5 of them. Go for it.
Sure. That's 3 degrees.
3 degrees, yeah.
Would you like to increase the degrees of success?
To 4? For this is relating to the files that we got the numbers from, right?
Yes, the
I think we should because then we might gotta get a bit more info, at least on 2 of them.
Yeah, let's do 3.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do 4.
Yeah.
okay.
Spent the fate point.
The prefixes of all of them are the same, and 2 of them are in fact sequential, which suggests they were taken as part of the same investigation. And looking through the records, spending a good 12 to 16 hours in the library tracing it down, Arminius is pretty sure that this is referencing the original case where it was presumed the Black Sun situation was solved.
Well,
When was the original Black Sun case? How long ago?
Hundreds of years
It was
ago.
declared officially over and done with like 150 years ago. These documents are from about 160. So presumably there was some waiting period while they were trying to see if whatever they did took.
I don't know. I'm making a blank. I can't think of where the scans would come from, and especially of like generators, think related to the Black Sun. Maybe it's a piece of the Black Sun. No, that's not possible. Maybe it is. I don't fucking know.
You know that it's somehow tied to the beacon and communicating with the beacon.
That's true. Holy shit, the Black Sun just might literally be a Death Star. Who the fuck knows?
The entire homeworld of the fucking space Russians in the deep warp could be, yes.
That's fair enough.
Because that's what was chatting with the station.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the first thing that comes to my mind, especially if it's this secure as well. Or do you think it might be just a chunk of the fucking Black Sun at this point? I don't know. Maybe some kind of scan on it before everything went to shit.
And the question is, are you willing to give them readouts like this?
That's a big oof. But the important part is we're able to get on a standing foot and we got some people to frame. Luckily, they don't know in how much trouble we actually are. Maybe, we don't know. They're gonna find out.
I mean, if we get the chance to even see those files, yeah, we're gonna look over them first. If nothing else.
Those
Because
of
this
you
might be direct.
who weren't talking the whole time, give me scrutiny checks.
Should
Just
you roll for
that.
Boo?
Uh,
He had loot.
I can roll for Boo. Keep in mind, you can also keep... Okay, he doesn't get anything. Well, the Zarkov notices that the bolters were well worn, especially around the handles. Azef managed to notice that the bolt pistols in particular, the ones that each of them were carrying, they each had one. You could tell where some kind of symbol had been removed, looking like a stylized eye.
Oh no!
Did they steal Zine stuff?
No, they stole Inquisition stuff.
Oh. No.
Either
Was
that, or they have either that, or they have actual Inquisition backer that wants to remain hidden after giving them stuff that's branded by Inquisition.
Light
it's
power
stuff
armor
they
for
stole
a
while they're on Quadus, probably.
light power armor for a house that is freshly resurrected. 2 sets, no
Yeah,
less.
exactly.
Could be,
Yeah, they definitely are powerful backers.
They might not have lied about being friendly in some way with the Inquisition, per their warrant.
Yeah.
Fair. Gucci.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause, he mentioned
I'll tell
eye,
this
and I think they-
information in as close to private as I can to the Inquisitor.
Okay. I don't think we should have a second trip back down to the planet today, because Boo ain't here. But you can certainly discuss among yourselves what you've learned and what you think is the fuck going on.
There's probably a tie between the person who tried getting information out of Jason in return for bribing him with a ship and, permission to become a rogue trader.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree
And
with
these
you.
fuckheads.
I do think, now that Jacqueline pointed that out, that is actually kind of logical to me. I think there could be another Inquisitor over there, behind them. Maybe even
No,
the one
I think
that
it is that particular one, because it seems to fit his MO.
Could be, yeah.
Be the leader of the time in Cabal. This is true. You know the guy we met in Epic's game.
No, really, it was the same guy.
Yeah, that's the leader of the Tarantin Cabal.
Oh shit.
Or at least he was at the time this was originally solved.
Wait, what was the point in Epic's game? I don't even remember it.
The
Fuck
point
if I
in
know.
Epic's game was to... well, we played a bit of Dark Heresy, then we were supposed to switch to only War. I think it was to work through the systems ending up in Black Crusade whether we wanted to or not.
Yeah.
Okay, no, because I thought it was still related to the Black Sun. I'm like, wait a second, did we actually do that? I just remember
That's
playing it being
the
torn.
meta plot for first edition. And you're playing in Calixis, which is where the first edition takes place. I did not move you to Ascalon, where the second edition stuff is set. Mostly because Ascalon sucks and it's even more of a rundown shithole.
Damn.
Also less lore. And here we have this whole overarching stuff, multiple modules that I could weave together in order to create a glorious mystery and liberally fill in the blanks with bullshit. Like Space Russians.
Yep.
I'm not sure where you put more effort, here or Rogue Trader.
I'm honestly not sure either. I think it
I'm
might
gonna say
be
Dark
here.
Heresy. Yeah. I mean, Rogue Trader is a lot of Excel sheet. Here is like, wow, an actual story. Clap, clap, clap.
Well, I let Jackalor set the tone for the dynasty and set the foundation. It's his fuck-ups that I will exploit to generate story for future arcs. But I need him to fuck up first.
Yeah.
No feral cat girls for you.
They had one! They killed her!
She wasn't the real cat girl anyway.
She was, though.
Nah.
In our hearts, she was.
She started out as one. Then she got kept as a pet by, Emperor's children and things sort of changed. But, things happen.
Oh, that sounds kinky and awful. Ew.
Albus wasn't able to keep the tradition alive, but spreading all those cat cultists. Somebody will rise. Somebody will rise to the occasion.
Okay. So the idea is that Fuckboy McGee, Inquisitor de Valois, who has mind-fucked Jason, is behind these two chuckle fucks as well.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With a 5, which is a crit success, it does look like these bolt pistols aren't exactly new. They've been in use for a while. Wow. I can see the riveting discussion of theories and what to do next.
I mean,
we go in without a plan. That's the plan.
if we don't have a plan, the enemy can't outplan us.
Just go
Basically,
down there.
basically
So,
not bad.
what's your plan? We're behind you 100%.
Well, now here's the thing. We can't ever be disappointed with a failed plan if we don't have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we're going to always be happy.
Well, here's the thing. If those, as you now know, are pertaining to the Black Sun, and since that special archive was on Quadis and already got raided, if these specs weren't there, they're in the fortress on that moon orbiting scintilla. Which means if you want them, you need to somehow get in there.
Yeah,
I have the best way to do it.
You have to go to court.
Nah, yeah,
Well,
everything's...
clearly the answer is we open fire on Scintilla, then we carve open the base, and then we go inside and pick what's left.
If we combine a runecaster with a teleporter, we could just teleport in there and then out.
They have multiple layers of teleportation jammers.
That's
Also,
for
it's
the
buried 2 kilometers in the bedrock of the fucking moon. for the
Hey.
secret archives.
As long as we roll good enough, we won't be stuck in the walls.
Sure, on a natural 1, maybe. Both on the way in and on the way out.
I tried. It was doubles. But yeah, no, this kind of all comes together well because if we're able to win the whole court bullshit
Mm-hmm.
and fuck that guy over, we're a bit more in the clear, which will help the Navy get off our asses and the sector government. And if we're able to present some of the shit that we find related to that, we might actually have a way in. We just have to do this really fucking well.
Just keep on succeeding. That's all we need to do.
Kybus is gonna have to learn how to amputate Zinch wings.
Yeah, luckily I have a Forbidden Lore mutants, so it helps.
Yes, you need to make it look clean enough that an Inquisition surgeon won't be able to tell that there's a mutation there, because you're probably all getting examined. It might be better to just vent Mordecai preemptively.
Just like here, have this void suit. We stacked like 10 oxygen tanks into it. Just stay here for a while.
Just through the warp pass, during the warp passage, like toss him out.
Don't worry. Marius will help you cut off the wings. You'll get a +10.
But yeah, we have a good Medicaid deck, and Kybus is good at what the fuck he does. So I think I have a good chance of not fucking up Yabuinga Boy. Hey, who knows? Maybe I just have to go sanctify my fucking med kit.
That would be worse.
That deals aggravated damage to Arminius's wings now.
That means they won't regrow back, eh?
No, it'll just grow back weirder. You know, stunted, broken.
Besides, you already made influence rolls to rally other Inquisitors to your cause. You going back might not solve anything because the other guy might not show up and might instead gather a fleet at another world and prepare for battle.
Fair, but look how it looks over here. If we go back, like here's the thing, would a criminal really go back to the crime scene?
We have to go
back. A Zinch cultist would, yes.
Yes.
We have to go back anyway, because we have to speak with them even if we're not going to end up in a giant battle.
He might get some kind of advantage, but we would be in a severe disadvantage if we didn't go. This way we can maybe pull out some kind of advantage. And obviously if we have, actual legal cause, maybe the other Inquisitions might just think for a second.
The actual traitors in the Inquisition versus the radicals in the Inquisition, and Puritans against both. The Great Jihad.
How good are you at medical stuff, Debbie?
Me? 4 ticks of Medicaid, 55 intelligence, I think. Give me a second.
Something like this would be a base of -30, probably.
Don't worry,
Yeah, I'm just warning you in advance. This would be
yeah,
difficult to conceal because it's a blessing of the gods.
55 intelligence, 4 dots of Medicaid, so that's +30, so 85. Then add my superior Trojan, +20, 105. Me having any knowledge of mutants might give me something, I don't know. And then a good Medicaid deck, +20. Yeah, I'm Gucci. And last thing I can do.
So we have 2 ridiculously good surgeons on the exact same level, except you're more capable of dealing with mutant shit.
Basically,
that's the only difference.
And even if I do fail, and we re-roll that, but in case it fails again, I can spend a fate point to auto succeed because dedicated healer.
Well, don't worry, you're getting a fucking +10 regardless. So
I'm getting a lot of bonus.
Okay, so the plan is to hope the wings don't regrow quickly enough to cause a real problem.
Actually, question.
Yeah.
Would the little bit of itty bitty, really good antibiotics that I got from the system help in any way?
Oh,
To
yes,
stunt
it
the
would make
fucking
sure
wings?
the wound doesn't get infected and heals cleaner and faster.
Hey, just what we need. I mean, if it's cleaner, then that's good.
But yeah, those antibiotics, like, effectively. Oh, right, you have a nanobot system for it, but yeah, they're so strong that they wreck your body enough to need nanobot healing to stay alive while they're working on you.
Luckily, we're friends with the mechanic and Ferrado Sanguines, right, guys?
Like I said, for the dose you have, you don't need to. Because you ordered it mixed with nanomachines already.
Hey, all I'm saying, guys, is we got away. So yeah, really, only Mordecai needs to be vented.
Yeah, it's a shame. He was a nice character. Bye, Mordecai. Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
Arminius is gonna need him in order to deal with the psychic bullshit. This is crappy strong.
I have an idea. He's made out of metal, and he has a lot of wires. We stick him into the vent as if he was a cog. Not a cog. Cog device, computer. As if he was a cogitator. And just pretend that he was never an Adeptus Mechanicus.
Unfortunately, there are records maintained of official members of the Inquisition, like acolytes, that have the authority to act on Inquisitor's behalf. And Mordecai's been with you for a while, since before you went full heresy. So he's in the system.
Report his death.
Yeah, you could do that.
He died when we were fighting the chaos. He was just in an unfortunate place when a beam just hit that place. Very sad.
Vented into space. The sensor array was destroyed along with the tech priest. They're gonna question the crew. He's been seen around since then. You're gonna need to fake his death on the way back somehow and hide him from the crew then. That can be a project to hide Mordecai.
Can Mordecai assist?
He would have to. With stealth.
Oof.
Yeah, no, I legitimately think turning him into a temporary cogitator is probably the best idea I have.
Just wall off a section of the vents. You live here now. I'm sorry, Spot.
Nah, I just like to imagine you're just walking around. It's like, did that cogitator just look at me? No, I'm just imagining things. Kill me.
I mean, you laugh, but in the lore they often put human brains as part of the ship in order to ensure that they're more resistant to corruption, so...
Yep.
Bless.
That's a beautiful thing. We can totally do that.
So, would you like to identify as a dictator-class cruiser Jackalore?
What would be the penalty?
I don't know, we can determine it afterwards. You did have one project on the way here that you could have attempted. We can look into that next session when we're all here, but you could have, in theory, tried to study something. Also, the cat is currently demon-hosted on the station, but it is possible to release the bindings and then try and resummon him immediately so he doesn't rampage through the material world completely without control. Just so you're
potentially.
aware.
Like, what we have to do, Scintilla, it's like, okay, let's just, if that's what's on the system, right, on the station, let's just all go there together. And it's like, okay, you go faster to the warp, but it's like, when mom has to come home and you didn't clean the house, get the fuck out. You just throw everything under the rug.
Arrive at Scintilla. Guys, we're totally fucking innocent. By the way, could we have access to the secret archives?
Pretty
Because
please.
we're not even supposed to know exist.
No, Armenians is supposed to know they exist. But, like, that's the thing. Another level or two higher on the security, and this information has been redacted. There might be a copy of it on Terra if the records ever made it that far. That's it. This is as high as local or near to it as this shit goes.
Alright. Well, guys, we have a plan. Somehow, finally. Now, is anybody good at actually being a lawyer? Fuck. The one time I needed Epic in my life.
I might need to bring him on as a guest star to be the prosecutor.
No. I quit the campaign then.
Can you imagine it? So, you're saying that on this date you fired on Mechanicus Vessel because they were heretics. When exactly did you determine this?
On the same day.
I see. How exactly?
No comment.
By boarding their ship,
See,
finding out.
Twitch chat wants Epic to
signs
be
of
the
heresy.
prosecutor.
No, it's not Twitch chat. It's being with no name. And
He's
there's
currently
al-
the only one talking, so he is the Twitch chat.
and I am the Senate.
I think I'm gonna need to kick you out. Goodbye,
Iron
Demi.
players.
Alright.
Right.
So, let's go around. 2 questions. Adolphus, what do you think is the deal with this rogue trader family? And what the fuck do you think is the Black Sun now?
The Black Sun is clearly some sort of rogue weapon intended for fighting against enemy empires, possibly the Eldari, that just got either corrupted by chaos or was hooked up to an AI by incompetence at some point.
Okay. And what about this particular fucked up family?
Yeah, I'd say the theory that they're connected to a Inquisitor's almost certainly the case at this point, unless they just stole all that stuff from that one base that they raided. So it's pretty likely.
Alright.
It's
Jackal
basically
or-
confirmed.
Same questions.
Honestly, the Black Sun is likely a ship. Possibly a space hulk, possibly not, probably not. Well, technically, since it has no crew anymore, it's counted as space hulk, right?
Hello there. Good lord.
Hello, welcome
Oh,
back,
yes.
Internet.
Excellent, Boo. We were just wrapping
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, my fucking internet just decided to commit seppuku. I love it.
Don't you mean
Apologize.
Sudoku?
Yes, exactly. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Okay.
Continue.
Right. You were saying about technically it being a space hulk, Jackalor.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it should be a space hulk if it has no crew left, right?
Sure.
It's probably a space hulk, probably with some kind of warp-related weapon that causes insanity because it's always on or whatever, or always turned on now. As far as the Harlocks go, they're probably just some fucks that got kind of screwed over by the fact that their dynasty got fucked. They have to like, yes, we have a chance of redeeming ourselves and gaining great power and fame. Oh fuck, we're supposed to do this now? Because I'm pretty sure they don't want to get hunted by Inquisition all the time. Pretty sure they didn't think they would be hunting by Inquisition in the first place. Probably. Maybe.
Okay, Demi.
So, I agree with that. It's definitely. I looked at a map just now, and I'm gonna throw out a theory out there that's like so out of there. So Calixis is really close to the Eye of Terror. My idea, the thing that I'm thinking about, it's definitely something, right? Mechanical. There's parts in there, but it's obviously warp fuckery as well. So the thing I'm gonna think that it is, even though there's a small combination, but it might just be powerful enough, that it is a planet that got very much yoked when the Eye of Terror bullshit happened. But it's a Necron tomb.
What?
Yes.
Chaos Necrons.
Well, that's the most out there theory so far.
Definitely.
But this is a definitely Necron level of tech if it's eating whole systems, so I guess it's
Yeah, and I know the Necrons aren't very, warpy, but when you have the entire Eye of Terror happen and you might be there, things might happen.
Personally, I think that it probably is just a weapon on that homeworld. And that just has such ridiculous capabilities because of, centuries of studying the war. To the point where they were able to detect human populations or populations with psychers in them, whatever it might be. And their homeworld's just attacking any sentient life in the system at this point.
this is our play. Get off our lawn. Boom.
Basically.
And about the Harlocks, I don't think you said yet, Demi.
Oh, how they're connected?
Or what's their deal
Yeah.
in general?
I do think they have a backer. I think what they're working is, especially if you're resurrecting, a dynasty and thing, having somebody extremely powerful back you and get you up. I think that's the most logical explanation. I think I'm gonna have to go in with the old Inquisition is backing them. At least an Inquisitor.
All right. Now, you may fill in Boo on what you learned, the bits you consider important at least.
She's educated. And
What do you mean educated?
she ain't
So are
dumb.
we technically?
I mean, yeah.
She knew enough to give him 3 specific evidence numbers using the Inquisition's internal filing system.
Yeah, that's the most important part. So 3 specific files, and those files have scans in them of an antenna, a generator, and I forget what the third
A
one is
field
supposed
projector.
A field projector. And all
I'm
these
sorry. One question. How the fuck does she know Imperial file numbers?
See, that's why we think there's a backing. Also, quad is bullshit, but who the
Almost
fuck knows?
certainly they were referenced in the documents that they stole off of Quadus.
Quadus. But
That's lucky.
essentially, but the thing about them is they came from an investigation that happened when the original Black Star case closed, I think, right?
Yes, around that time.
Oh, jeez.
And
Yeah.
the numbers suggest that it's part of that investigation.
And it is extremely under lockdown, where Inquisitors might know of it, but not know what's in it, and it's maximal security.
It's just short by a level or two of the kind of information they purge even from their own knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Besides that, the beacon, they came to the system, yeah. The other Inquisitor, we're going to be framing him together. There's going to be a discussion
Yeah.
about She likes to hippy hoppity around talk, so that's fun.
Mhm.
Fuck, what was the other important information? Oh yeah, where she got a beacon was from supposedly a rogue trader ship that was a battleship that was basically wrecked. That's impressive to find.
Okay. I doubt that a ship would just be, left like that, especially a rogue trader ship, but okay.
It happens. I mean, we found in a rogue trader. Well, Luchenko found a whole ship graveyard.
Yeah,
Fair.
something.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
like
true,
the
but-
top,
These
the
folks are
very,
a thing.
it's the very top tier of dynasties, essentially.
And
Okay.
we asked what she found on Quadis. She didn't want to say until we say what we're actually looking for. We didn't, obviously, because we can't. So, yeah. But it definitely feels like she's being much more aligned towards a goal of the Black Sun than anything else, which is, where all our speculations of inquisitorial backing happens.
What if she is backed by the Inquisitor that we encountered?
That's the same thing I speculate.
You
No.
enter the courtroom, she stands behind the prosecution's table, holding a rosette. Inquisitor Arminius, please take a seat.
That would not be good. That would not be good.
That is a question.
Max Subtle, the Inquisitor.
Can you be a rogue trader and inquisitor at the same time?
No.
You haven't had the opportunity
You can
to
get
check
kicked
her
out of the
warrant.
Inquisition and become one.
I mean, fair.
Like,
But
you you know there's a dynasty that was resurrected under that name. You know that they are potentially tied to the Inquisition or had some sort of backing. But whether you haven't verified her identity or that she is the actual current holder of the warrant, or the other dude for that matter. If she's really clever, like Arminius level clever, she could be fucking with you, theoretically.
She very much
Assuming
could,
she's-
and then I would just
that's
blame
basically the
y'all
same
for
as
failing
assuming she-
scrutiny.
Yeah, but that's basically assuming that everyone's a Zinch cultist that's playing the long game.
Confused Unga Bunga noises from our ship.
I mean, I could have built two Inquisitors, one very unsubtle and one very subtle for you to contend against in this. Jackal or that blink, like, oh fuck. He could have.
No, 3 visitors. One subtle, one unsubtle, and one that's planning both of them.
What if there's an inquisitor that's being extremely unsubtle, but that's because they're actually being subtle and that's not them in the first place?
Yeah, the master of Ordo Calix is just like, no, Kith.
Blessed.
Okay.
So, how much XP do we get?
Well, presumably you're still gonna be negotiating with them, so we'll determine that next session.
If
Detail
we
they
kill
failed
one, we
to
get more XP. No.
detail they failed to mention that they noticed was that they each had a bolt pistol with an inquisitorial eye removed from the grip.
How does an inquisitorial eye even look like?
Have you seen Zarkov?
Aye.
No, I know the rosette, but like, oh, but no, that's still the entire rosette. Otherwise, it's just the skull, isn't it?
The rosette is a stylized eye with a skull that differs in appearance based on the ordo they serve.
Okay, gotcha.
It's an eye. It's an eye.
Oh, I thought actual eye. That's why I'm like, is it Zinj? Got it.
In terms of specificity, it would be the Hereticus version on both of those.
Ooh. What Okay, since we have that privilege to ask, and we know this, the guy that got me that we're suspecting, what order is he?
He did not say,
Correctus.
but I
It was
he,
Symbios or the Malleus.
he showed you a rosette, didn't he?
You believe he did when he was interrogating?
Yeah, that would
he
be
did.
Hereticus.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, what
Yeah.
is it with these bots?
Oh god, that's a lot of bots.
How many bots?
Am I a mod?
I'm odd.
I am not a mod. I don't have to do my job.
Don't make me mod you.
I don't want to be a mod.
I'd be a mod. Oh wait, I'm not there. I'm not used Twitch.
There.
Perfect.
That's some bands. I feel powerful now. I hunger for more.
Give me
So-
a second to open Twitch and then I'll come help.
It's done. They're gone. So the plan is to go to Scintilla and
Win a trial.
unfucking the situation. Also potentially steal highly heretical device scans from the secret archives of the Inquisition and make unauthorized copies.
Maybe.
Just normal things.
Now, Jensen needs to make a decision in his mind because on one hand, you could continue serving Arminius in the hopes of a reward. On the other, you now know enough to claim your ship and your warrant. By far.
I do. But here's the thing. Let's look at this from a economic standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one's an easy way out, right?
But Arminius
And
is
that's
gonna
good.
go down. He's spiraling the drain, you know it.
A little bit. But if we're able to succeed before he does it, my god, I could get like 2 ships or something.
You know, at that point it won't matter if you get a ship. The Imperium will claim all the riches in the generation. There'll be nothing left for your dynasty.
There's more riches to be had over here. Also, a lore and a legend. I'm somewhere down there. People who helped find an STC. And just down there, like really small words. Acolyte Jason Lee.
You know that people like you get killed because a live person is less useful than a dead martyr.
Why do we still have the rogue trader Caradoc Lancaster then?
Because he's shit! He's not successful enough to be worth killing for the priests!
Fair.
Though, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I might need to import a Calexis assassin sheet because I think Arminius is gonna be getting visitors however the trial goes.
Probably, yeah. Well, if it's Neversor, I don't like going
No,
down
they
to
sent
0-2.
Calexis versus Dangerous Psychers. They're blanks.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Top tier blanks as well.
I mean, I'm sure Sarko can protect him, right?
Sure.
Just don't roll shit.
Okay, Boo, do you have any theories that have changed about the Black Sun and about the Harlocks, from what little you do know?
From what little I do know, I'm just entertaining the idea that this is all a trap. We're gonna get mega fucked.
It's a sting operation!
Yes.
The moment
essentially.
you hand over the evidence, pulls out the rosette. Oh, the heretics, you're under arrest!
Basically, yeah.
Internal affairs!
Oh my god. Now I have the worst idea where the Black Sun is actually Imperial made and it's all a Zinchian plot by like an Inquisitor 200 years ago to catch us at this current time.
Oh, it's been around longer than that, but that would suck, wouldn't it?
This was just a ploy by whoever lost the Svarog in the first place to make sure it never got retrieved.
I mean, 2,000 years ago, Zinch arranged for the Black Sun to be made so the SDC would never be recovered and the warp couldn't be
Yes,
purged.
exactly. Exactly.
SDC.
So all in all, dear judge, this is Zinch's fault.
Yup, praise Zinch.
Ask SDC to show you the psychic technology menu. Icon of a golden throne comes up. Hold up!
You're not allowed to fix that. That's supposed to be broken.
Huh, that's R10.
I mean, this is gonna get interesting. You did do good on the detecting the subtlety thing. There are a lot of Inquisitors flocking to your banner, but the other Inquisitor rolled a crit 1 on influence.
What the fuck?
Oh.
He did. It's on stream. I rolled it when you originally rolled the influence.
Fuck.
So, yeah, it's this will help you maintain your hold, because there was a gap of like 4 actual degrees of success. This, like, going to Scintilla is a good idea because it will ensure that your side sticks together, and there's plenty that you're giving them plenty of reason to believe that, hey, Arminius wouldn't betray the Imperium and consort with Chaos.
We're the ones that shot Chaos up. He ran.
Exactly.
So, see you guys on next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Essentially.
Yeah, I guess so. You just need to come up with a trial strategy and convince the Harlots to go along. They might be reluctant to just randomly show up at Scintilla themselves, given that they're moderately wanted.
I call for trial by combat.
The question is, though, are they actually wanted or only wanted by that one fucker?
Nobody knows.
Presumably, if they actually attacked Quades, yes, there is an inquisitorial warrant out for the fucks that done that.
Fair.
But nobody knows it was them, so technically no.
You don't
Fair.
know how identifiable they're gonna be once their ships are in orbit.
We very much know that it's our log, my guy.
It's the Inquisition, at least the official structures of the Inquisition, especially when it looks like it's a thing that might go south, have a tendency to often take a step back and let the individual Inquisitor handle things until it's clear just who the fuck is the heretic. They play politics as much as anyone, and they, like the big organizations like the Calixto and Conclave, they are less concerned about backing an individual Inquisitor, rather they're about maintaining the influence of the Inquisition as a whole. And if they need to cut someone like Arminius or Ilias loose, they get cut loose. Like they can do things like put out a warrant for your arrest, while at the same time not officially revoking your rosette, just in case you were right and you going underground and finding the heretics works out. It's a whole, Machiavellian bullshitry thing.
Yeah.
Which is
The
why
Inquisition is a political argument. Yeah.
it's at least part of why there is no official warrant for your arrest yet. Just a polite request to show the fuck up now.
Yeah. Basically, as epitome by the Reign of Blood, the Inquisition is a political entity, not just an enforcer of the Emperor's truth.
I mean, every faction is a political faction here.
Yeah, but they're like extremely political. They will do everything they can to maintain their power.
No shit.
If it comes
Because
out
believing
and
it is
there's
the right thing to do.
if it comes out, and there's a good chance it will, because Mechanicum has a lot of influence, and there are Mechanicus priests that might be able to figure out the, especially ones on your ship, because you can logic together the time frames and the weirdness. If the Mechanicum finds out that the Inquisition knew a way to stop the Black Sun,
And then it hit him.
and then didn't, and the late worlds died, that's the kind of shit that tends to unite, diffuse Forge worlds in a common cause. Our boys in red bled for their treachery,
It wasn't just one Forge World. It was 3. 3!
Why did it hit 3 though?
Because they're in the same system.
Because they're
Yep.
Wow.
It's a whole system that gets yoked, generally.
I cry.
Because there can't be any witnesses. Surviving anyway.
Okay, well, let's wrap it here, I think. Sorry about your internet, boo.
Yeah, shit
But,
happens.
well, hopefully it will work better next week.
Yeah, hopefully. It should. It should.
At least there wasn't a major shootout you missed. Just mostly info dumping.
True.
Well, we did have
and
a
chatting.
thing that happened technically. They shot at Zarkov.
I didn't even roll those attacks. You shut your bitch mouth. That was just flavor.
I know.
Alright, well, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
bye bye.
Great beach.